Oh my gosh! Session 14 of Bloodlords. Here we are. Welcome in, everybody. I'm very excited to have us continue from where we left off, as it was a little bit of a rushed end point, thanks to a little bit of an explosive situation that you guys were dealing with over there in Graydirge. I'm very excited to get into it, and I think, without further ado, I should add. Oh, I will note. We are down 2 players right now. We'll only be down 1 player in about an hour, I think, is the timeline for that one, right? Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Sick. We'll find out. In either case, though, I would love to get a recap for what is happening. You guys finished a large section of what you're supposed to be doing and are, now about to resolve it. Going once.
Damn, I was afraid I might have to give a recap with those two.
Yeah,
Right
yeah,
on.
yeah, no. Going twice and sold to lucky number 13. Please, take it away, Mr. Colo.
Oh, we left off with the whole tavern factory on fire. And we were in the back room, I'm here, fighting, well, not any zombies at least, but some oozes. Grimio was able to scoop me up and us get mostly to safety when everyone else came fluttering in, and even Faye, who was out guarding the front entrance, came jawfatting back in, letting us know that we needed to wrap this shit up. We're making too much of a noise. Of course, we set the whole place on fire. It was quite obvious. And then the lights went out. Pitch black darkness. Couldn't see a wink. Grimir was killing nooses, I think. I heard splatters. And then Kaz started hooting, hovering, and then I heard, well, Kaz's mother. Which is never a good thing when you hear Kaz's mother. Very vindictive woman. But they needed some help. So I hopped off of Grimir and went around to have a look, and they were under attack by some dogs. Zombie dogs, of course. Everything here is dead, it seems, except for a few of us. We got rid of the dogs, and we went to go fight Kaz's sister. Lovely, pale, hag lady. But on the long side of the cauldron, if you could say. And has very poor control over her own zombies, I do say. But by the time we got around to the back, in the door I think was trapped like some sort of mimic. And as we were fumbling for the key, possessed Kaz got smacked a good one by the door and went unconscious, and well, that was it for Kaz for now. But well, with the place on fire, we needed to get the job done right quick. So Grimir went in, and there was a cauldron, and no Kapgatka. And we thought maybe she snuck out the side entrance. So I went to go check the closet. Maybe there was an exit there that she had taken, but she wasn't there. Next thing I know, there's a rat, and then there was fire.
A rodent-sized spawn.
Yes. Yeah. And then darkness. When I came to, I don't know how many moments later, everyone was around me dying. Except Faye, who was in some sort of duel trying to get, I think it was Kaz up. I don't remember how Kaz got in the building, but trying to get up, but Kapkapta was alive and was trying to stab them in the back. So I hit her with a lightning bolt. Or maybe it was a thunder shock. Something about the weather. Anyway, she fell over. And, shame, but she was missing a digit, or 2 digits, actually. Oh, I don't know if we actually took the cauldron with us. I think we did. After I patched up a few of us. We're dragging the cauldron out in, whatever else of valuable. Now we need to find somewhere to lay low. We followed Faye, and Faye had, the connections with their, the Bloody Pain people. And, we were brought, so they're taking us into hiding. And, Halish, well, much like their bird, they're quite dead. So, I think we need to make some sort of, I don't know, a coffin for them, I guess. Or maybe just feed them to the worms. They did like to be eaten. Or to eat. We'll figure it out once we get somewhere where we can chat about it.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you for the recap. Would you like a D6 or would you like a hero point?
Oh, give me a hero point.
Hero point it is. You others can put yourselves up to 2. Very well. And we will, in fact, not bring up anything about the Hex Girls. Instead, we're going to bring up a roleplay question, if that's all right, Grimnir.
Is it about the Hex Girl?
It's not about the Hex Girls, and they're not going to put a spell on you. Instead, I'm going to ask us a very simple question, and that is going to be, if your character died, this has no relation, by the way, to Halish dying, what kind of undead would they want to be brought back as? Or what undead do you imagine them as? This has no relation to Halish.
This is rigged.
But if Halish, if Halish wanted to roll, Halish is more than welcome. What would be your ideal undead?
Very useful information to know.
No.
Was this randomly decided question?
I don't believe it.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Probably not.
I've never, ever rigged a question before this session.
I don't believe you.
You can't rig the dice, so.
Very well.
Or who I ask next.
Mr. Kolom, tell me, if Mr. Koloski died, what would he be brought back as?
Oh, well, I don't want to be smelly, so zombies out, and a ghoul is out. Maybe a skeleton would be nice. I think I have nice bones. But probably the most convenient would be like a wraith or a ghost.
Revenant?
Oh, yes, Revenant. That sounds wonderful.
Go after your ex-wife.
That's right, I'll hunt that bitch.
Take her out. Excellent. Very well. Mr. Kolom, with that question answered and a D4 in your hand, who would you like to force to answer that question?
I feel it would be very relevant for me to have some meta knowledge about Halish.
Halish, if you could be any undead, what would it be?
That would be a ghoul. Because ghouls are really cool with their jaws and they eat a lot of things. It's kind of what they do. Second place would definitely be a zombie. Third, oh gosh, maybe like maybe a lich. I don't know. Do they eat? I'm not sure.
They do not.
Oh no, fuck liches then.
I mean, you could like dump food on your soul cage and like maybe that would.
Are you a fan of drinking?
Spaghetti.
Vampires are all about
Spaghetti.
drinking. Like if you can give up the food bit, for the most part.
I guess I could just like chop up all the food really, really tiny.
Yeah, like mush.
Smoothie,
so
a
third
smoothie
place-
vampire.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Character idea.
Vampire
Hold on.
smooth.
It
A
sounds
very
like-
Third
smoothie
place
vampire. Oh my gosh! Hold on.
Is a vampire. It's kind of like a spider where they wrap things up and then they like
Yes,
inject
you could be a businessman. Open the Vampire King.
all those enzymes into the bug and then it like melts them and then they just like suck it up. Kind of like that. And then last place for everything else would be like a ghost or a skeleton or a lich, I guess, because they don't eat, and that just sounds just horrible.
There you go. What a wonderful answer. Thank you so much, everyone. All right. Let's get back to it, shall we?
Back to the darkness.
Let's see.
Well,
Where
yeah,
were
you better
we?
be
There we were.
paying attention where we're going, because I can't see.
Ah, that's where we were. Okay, there we are. Sorry, I needed to get the
Thank you.
ambience back.
Yeah, I think we went into the like the tunnels. Or
Oh
something.
yeah, you absolutely went into.
We went through the tunnels. I think we ended up at the.
You're at the
temple, right?
Cthulhu Temple, yeah.
Yeah.
Hence the ambience.
Oh
for
yeah,
you.
yeah, because we gave blood. I remember.
Yeah, definitely don't show the purple one's art, because then I won't think of it as a girl at all.
Well, you want to see the hex girl? She's gonna
I
put a
definitely
spell on you.
Definitely.
But the dark-headed one, the blonde.
No, it's the
Ponytail
purple
one?
one hair. The purple hair reminded me. I thought about last week. I'm like, oh yeah, the hex girl saved us. Yes,
Yes.
I'm sure that's definitely art from the book. But I'm just.
It's not.
It's not.
No,
Oh, did you add this?
it's Cthulhu. No, I did not. That's a real character. It's just.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's not from the book.
Ah.
Let's see. Ah, yes, here we are. Look, I had a track for this place in particular. Where is it? Remember, it's called Shadows and Pain. That makes sense.
It's in the background.
Yeah. Excellent. So, as we come back into it, your characters were at the Cthulhu Temple. Now, this place is a horrific hodgepodge to the eyes. The outside architecture is horrific, bent and oblong angles and completely black. It contrasts both in color and style with the rest of Graydirge. And as you guys make your way inside, you can see that there was the large, hooded, angel-like figure, which had a skull for a face and chains pouring out of its eyes that reached all the way down into this almost vat of dirty, coagulated blood. This bloodbath had been added to by each of your characters, whether through the washing of the wounds that you gathered through your travels, as washing that pain off is the cost of entry into the empty threshold. As each of you began to wash off your wounds, or allowed Phaedrith to move forward and produce new wounds for you, the chains that barred your entry began to peel away, which allowed you guys to enter further. Phaedrith moves ahead with pretty quick movement, but now that you guys are at the empty threshold, a lot of the tension has kind of dropped. The pain hasn't. Each of your characters has been through a harrowing experience. Burns, acid, bites, shadow magic, tearing of the souls, and screams ringing in your ears. Not helped by the Zon Cthulhu Temple by any means, as you are around. Each of you, now that you've hit this point in the entry path, now that you can see in the distance this dim light of all of the ghoul guards moving their way through Graydirge, and most people minding their own business rather than getting caught in the middle of everything. Instead, you guys can elect to have a moment of peace now that you've washed off the pain, while you listen to the tortured screams through the archway not too far from you. In this moment, the smell is rancid in the air of Geb in general. Graydirge long since has reeked of the dead, and you yourselves fare no better. As you look towards each other, however, there is one person who has fared even worse. As Garis drops off the sliced back, wounded corpse of Halish, with a horrific stabbing wound in the back of the neck. As he topples onto the floor painlessly, his teeth scatter, as they strike the ground. And Garis kind of nudges the side of Halish as though prodding him to wake up. You hear a voice behind you. I don't have to do that, do I? Can I leave now?
Oh. Oh, yes, the one that was trapped below. Well, it's still quite dark out. You might be better off here, actually.
Tried to avoid the Temple of Son Cthulhu for quite some time.
Well, I'd say you're better off here than out there, where the ghouls are.
I have contacts. I can get. Could you
This
bring
way?
me to the local bloodlord instead? Berline, right?
What?
We will need to speak with her.
Yes, tomorrow. I don't know. Tonight might not be the best time to be wandering about the streets.
I assure you, And you see her eyes are like sunken at this point. She has long been either tortured or starved by Kepketa. And she lets out a bit of a pained sigh as she leans on the side of the Black Temple's marble. And gets stabbed by one of its architecture. Leans off of it.
I can bandage that here.
Grimnir will grab the blood-soaked sack. This is the only thing he uses to carry around things and start running around for some rations.
Okay, yeah. As you reach in there, you can find some rations that you've gathered around.
You may have this.
Oh, very kind. It's how rotten of you.
It's not how rotten of me.
Yeah, she looks up at you.
Oh,
She takes it. This isn't poisoned, right?
It wouldn't do me a lot of good to poison you after freeing you.
I can get you 10 times more than this if you bring me to my contacts.
I said it'd be
This is
tomorrow
what
before we
we've
start
decided
traveling.
to do.
I don't.
You may not have realized it, but we didn't initially go there to save you. It just happened.
You were there to kill that bitch of a half-witch.
That's what
Cupcake
was part of the plan.
Yes.
Were you... Did someone catch on to the poisoning? Has it happened?
Hopefully not. Hopefully we came there in time, but I don't know.
It was a small incident a week or so ago, but otherwise nothing major.
What about the rest of Geb?
No idea.
She kind of like shakes her head. I need to talk to my friends as soon as possible. That witch's coven, her mother, that was just one test of their combination of ingredients. I have no doubt all throughout Geb there's probably more of this planning on happening. I need to confess so that some bloodlord can take pity on me. Maybe I'll only lose a hand for what I've given up.
Bloodlords usually don't do pity. Just saying.
I'd rather be dead than back in that cage myself, so if it's not pity, then maybe I'll be brought back somewhat sentient, only to keep my talents alive.
Grimnir takes a
Well, I think
bite
that
of the jerky rations or whatever he's got and just starts chewing and
yes,
If you're lucky.
depends on how much you're worth. I mean, how much knowledge do you have?
I'm a member of the Export Guild. I
Like
was
a high member or what?
kind of like gives you a look.
What?
I'm a
It's
member.
very relevant, whether or not you become a zombie or a ghoul.
I missed. I admit I've been gone for some time, and I have shared extensive secrets of Geb's food supply lines, so I am worth my weight in meat, at least. I was mostly, however, specialist here around Graydirge. I haven't been here before. I was just managing things out of Yeled from Guildhall. I was prodded into coming out to here. She captured me along the way. I knew of the farmlands around Graydirge and Corpse Light. It's just kind of like shakes her head.
You've been to Yeled.
Oh, yes, of course. The most important food supply lines that comes into Geb is into our military, of course, our wall of bones, if you will.
I heard they only let undead in that city.
Not unless you have an undead master, which I did. I'm worried that my capture wasn't perhaps unobtrusive to her.
How long were you in that place?
I don't know. It's only the same gray sky to me. It doesn't
Are you
feel
colorblind?
no, I think all of Bloodlords is gray. It's all gray monotone.
the whole thing,
The whole thing.
top to bottom.
No. I think somebody would be able to count the days.
Silent horror movie campaign.
That's the negative. Closer to zombie, I think.
One would definitely enjoy counting their days. I did do that, in fact, but Kepgetta made it abundantly clear to me that she only kept me alive to make me suffer, and to gloat that I'd never be able to meet her mother.
Oh, so
I'm
she didn't
sorry
do
that
it to
happened
piss
to
off your master, then.
I'm worried that my master did it too. Great in her pockets. Or worse, that the coven got to her. I don't know anymore. A hand to a hand to a hand later, and I was just managing farmlands.
Who is she again?
Who?
Your master.
I'm not going to tell you that.
We did just save you.
Well, I don't know how fast we're going to go see Berline then.
Not in our interest to go
But
to
also
Bar either.
that's I wanted to ask her something else before we pissed her off with that.
Have you any information? There was another kept in a cage, not like the mindless ones.
Oh,
Who was he?
I don't know. No, I didn't see anybody else in cages. I was the only living person there, as far as I could tell, besides Kepgetta.
So you didn't see
End of
the reanimator then?
No. If there was a member of the Reanimator Guild, then we have to report them. They might be working in league with this coven.
Oh no, they were in a cage. so I don't think so.
You can't trust those reanimators. It could have been a ploy.
Does the Esper skill hit the reanimators? I'm sorry. What's the star map again?
Do you
I
pull out
think
your
so.
notes? Do you pull out your notes?
I don't. I can't find my physical notes right now.
That's
but
okay. That's good.
I'm trying to remember. Do they hit each other? Is that why that was spoken with such venom?
You get the feel.
No, the reanimators just with the tactical. They work
Correct.
well with the export, so they should be fine.
Okay.
Maybe this way he just has a grudge.
Yeah.
And what of the alchemist? Was he hired, contracted to make this poison?
The ghoul?
Like the ghoul
Yes, the ghoul.
with the many hands.
Oh, yeah, that
Green
was
one.
That was weird. He whenever Kipgetta killed her coven, her new friends she made here in Graydirge, and put them in that pot, he asked for their hands for some reason. Weird fellow. Also asked for my hand a few times. That aside, as far as I could tell, they didn't know each other very personally. I think the ghoul just wanted to see how people tasted after getting poisoned. Got the chance to work on a new poison. Probably didn't even know what it was all about. Kepgetta was the one pulling the strings the whole time.
Well, you just know more.
Good. I'm very happy to hear it. Are you sure we cannot go to Berline's? This place, it's not for the living. It's not for the dead either.
Neither is above. We're staying here tonight. If you want to go alone, you're welcome to attempt.
I will not hold you in change by your words.
I wouldn't mind providing an escort. You hear a new figure
From the
begin-
shadows.
Yeah,
While our
walking
heads
up.
turn.
All you snap your heads in that direction, and you see a familiar face. A ghoul with orange eyes and somewhat fanciful hair, with a little bit of a torn shirt
He was waiting for us.
and a cane.
Well, I knew she was gonna know really soon, but that's very helpful.
Yeah, that he just hangs out down here in the pain.
Yeah.
As he walks up, you see the Major Domo look down towards Halish and uses his cane to like prod the tail, poke a bit. A shame. Waste of meat. Berline would make use of it, unless you wouldn't mind fetching me a finger.
What are you gonna do with the finger?
I eat it, of course.
You can't do that. That's against the law.
Very well. Like
He's like, I'm mad you remember that.
the orange eyes do not leave Halish as he's talking with a prim and proper tone. Lord Haldoli is willing to see you tonight. She has made a request. Says if you weren't so busy with your dinner with the empty threshold that you've been very busy with tonight, you could join her. There is a zombie who also wishes to acquaint with you on the estate. One kind of like looks you up and down.
Yes, the rude fella. I remember him.
Semautget.
Sure.
So that
I don't remember his name. It was a
He
little
did not tell us his
hectic.
name.
I hear your dinner was very hectic.
Too hectic. Mistakes.
I could.
And then he looks. Grimnir looks down at Halish when he says mistakes.
He looks down at, he's still staring at it. Prods one more time.
Stop here.
Yeah, he prods it one more time and says, he's in a better place. You know what they say about the gap. No one gets out alive. Will you join me then? I can escort you back. Under the company and authority of the Bloodlord.
Grimnir turns to Kolo and says, shrugs, I mean.
Does Cole?
Because we have an escort. I would be afraid to
Yeah,
walk the streets this night with all this activity.
I guess I'm.
And being at one
Does
health.
Major Domo have like? Is he recognizable enough in the streets that people just don't mess with him? Or
Yeah. And
one little ghoul couldn't, stop us from getting killed.
Major Domo, you get the feeling, is the head, quote unquote, servant of Berline. And so anything that happens to Major Domo will be reflected onto Berline. So there is it's a really cold, dangerous night in an alleyway, you put yourself in a really bad spot.
So if we do get attacked and we die, it's because Berline let it happen.
Sure, yeah.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that was kind of my plan, that character. Like, I was like, okay, we'll hang out for here, and then we'll go talk to Berline first thing, because I figure we'll let this whole thing blow over first, and then head there. But if he's offering now, let's just go now. I don't care.
Berline won't wait.
Other than,
one night.
I'm at 1 health, and if, a wind comes by and knocks me over.
I assure you that the empty threshold is not a place of rest.
True.
He gives you all a look, and by a look I mean a smile. He's still staring at Halish.
Grimnir thinks they must sleep somewhere though. They must have beds made of nails.
Something of the kind. Come on, my dear. You are Alton Mirret. What a lovely name. Come then. All of us. Let the Cthulhites stew and torture and prod. Maybe they can find someone to torture what happened last night out. I'm sure our Lord Seven Stomachs would want to know as soon as possible when he's done resting off his 7th meal of the night.
Kolo, did we want to talk to Skull first, too? Wasn't he like the person who kind of gave us that kind of...
He'll have to wait. We can't...
No, that's fine.
Otherwise it'll look like we're prioritizing him over the Blood Lord.
We haven't seen him at all, right?
He, from what you know, no, you haven't seen him since, because they're supposed to be very not tied to the situation.
Right.
So
never mind. Let's go.
Yeah.
I remember.
He'll be a waiter. Deal with the Blood Lord first.
All right. Major Domo escorts you, and he looks at Halish and says, "Bring the body."
And I'll pick up the body.
Garrus gives a chuff.
Is Phaedrith coming too? Or is she hanging out here?
Phaedrith looks over, and he'd already gone inside, and he said, he would say, "Don't worry, I'll get Casimir back working order. A little bit of bloodletting in the morning." And, slaps him over the shoulder.
Yeah. Casimir's probably just still staring off into space. Yeah.
Casimir is likely very much out of it, just staring into space, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Grimnir gives a concerned look. And then, we'll go.
Okay.
We'll follow.
Okay, Kaz doesn't have to.
In that way, Major Domo guides you. For a city in any other part of the world that had a minor explosion in the middle of the city, right? You would imagine that everything would be in an uproar, a little bit of a chaos. Nothing of the sort here in Graydirge. It is silent as death in the middle of night. Nobody wants to get caught Nobody wants to be out in the shadows
That's,
tonight.
that's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, like we definitely don't want to go tonight.
Yeah.
But if here and he's escorting us, sure.
But the Major Domo seems to stride forward, even very much so past guards, which give you a look, but not a second glance once they see the Major Domo.
Like that.
As they begin to walk by and they stride forth, you can see Alton Mirrid has also stopped putting up any, argument of where they want to go, seemingly taking this as their opportunity, though they do hang close to you, Grimnir.
I'll just, side mouth. Just, well, you got what you asked for.
I guess so. You don't think they're going to punish me, do you?
I think as long as you laugh at Berline's jokes, you should be fine.
Relatively.
I've never met her.
It's a halfling.
Well, good work then.
Eccentric.
You stride through the parade grounds, through the avenue of burning skulls, of which Major Domo would stop in front of it and give a bow to the skulls before continuing under the archway. Not sure if you all do the same under the malevolent glow.
Nope.
And as you move through the darkness, there is but few ghostly lights that come from the many castles and the walls of which ghouls patrol from the top of. As you move throughout the night, it is quiet, low, subtle, but beyond anything, eerie. There is this smell that hangs in the air, the alcohol, the yeast that lingers on you. You look like you've been through hells tonight. But you raise no suspicion. Not when walking with the servant of the Bloodlord, and certainly not when you walk up to the estate and the gates open with their gnarled hands twisted in between, made out of wrought black iron, into the massive estate's green, beautiful gardens, which glisten with water fountains and spouts that are made from twisted intestines that spindle out into their mouths. You can see that there is the stump of a tree that you made and then made back, not out of a stub.
Well, that
Yeah,
was
it's
just
now
what
a
I was about to
stump.
ask about. I was
Yeah.
like, did they replant that tree?
It's there. It's there. They put it back on. It's
Okay. Okay. That's how you know time has passed.
Yes. And you can also see that there is still, at this point in the night, zombies that are making their way to and fro, speaking in low moans as they go about their work in the middle of the night. There is someone else here. Beyond the Major Domo, beyond Alton Mirrid, beyond Halish's wayward corpse. There is a halfling man who sits there impatiently. He looks a bit worried, but as the Major Domo comes through, he says, Mr. Major Domo. And you can see his somewhat prim and proper suit. It's like something that someone would wear. Mr. Colo, you immediately recognize it as maybe a rental. There's one in the family sort of thing. It's all black and has a little skull for a tie or collar. He looks up and says, Mr. Major Domo, would you mind giving Berline my regards? I'm still waiting. I just want to, do not wake her. Don't wake her. But, yeah, let her know Lord Littlestone is still waiting. Major Domo walks by and says, it's Baron Littlestone, I do believe. And I'll let her know. You all are welcome to come in. Save you, Baron. Would the rest of you like to stay out here, or would you prefer to come within? There is food out here and inside.
If you offer, kindly take your offer inside.
Of course.
the biting wind, and digs into the freshly wounded Minotaur. Sorry, probably cleaned up by now, but it probably still stings.
I will send for Ricci to pluck your wounds, Grimnir.
That's fine.
He gives a
Either
bow.
way, I will endure.
Enjoy the estate. And he opens his hand and throws his claw towards the door, and once again the estate opens to you, revealing its opulence, the bloody attire that worn by all of the living serpents who are still awake at this time, scrubbing the floors. You can see there's flesh blood that is being pushed up and down, up and down, up and down as they look up towards you, and then look back down and continue scrubbing harder as though they've been seen. You can see that there is a plethora of pillars with the very obtuse osteomite, delicious skulls, and the embroidery that you would recognize from a Bloodlord. Quickly, you guys can make your way between the halls. You know where some of the side rooms were for guests from your last incursion here. And Mr. Colo, I imagine you guide Grimnir that way too?
So do I.
Mm-hmm.
Keep Grimir close.
All right. You each make your way forward.
Yeah. What as we?
Cola, what are we going to tell her?
You will have to tell her most of it.
Just all of it?
Yes, if we can help it. It's not to say anything about gases and familiar reactions.
I feel like she already knows.
Well, let's just pretend we don't.
What of the Cthulhites? Do we speak of them? She's going to ask how we got to where we ended up.
Tell her we got it. A tip from down in the tunnels. That's where we did find out.
Our intuition, then. Great. I hope you do most of the talking.
As you finally get into the room and you close the doors behind you, you can see that there is a very beautiful set of beds in one room. Clearly for a noble, and a plethora of other people that could sleep in one room. There is a clear distinction between the ranking of those that should be in here. But you only get a few moments as you close the door behind you, Grimnir, kind of using your massive weight. And as you let out a sigh of privacy in that very moment, as you look ahead, you can see Alden Marie looks over and also lets out a sigh before there is a as the doors are flung open behind you, almost knocking you off of your weight.
Oh.
Sliding in with skinned face slippers on, in pajamas, is Berline.
Oh.
With a big old smile as she looks up and says, "Who died?"
Well, many.
Oh, no. Who have you died? I heard someone died.
Yes.
Was it Casimir?
No.
No.
Oh.
Haywish, the one that likes to eat.
Oh. Ooh. Finally bit the fever, did he? Oh,
No, it wasn't the fever.
He used his pet in a brilliant display of necromantic energy. I'm not sure what happened. The bird flew in and then everything was on fire afterwards.
She takes a moment to look down.
I think he was cornered and bludgeoned and beaten to death by zombies.
Looks like a bludgeon wound to the back of the neck that pierced into the back of his spine. Rough. Killer, even, one would say.
I have already failed Berline.
Pish posh. You haven't failed. The rest of them are still alive.
Uh,
Yes, and we didn't lose the body, so I don't think that's a failure.
Exactly. An Urkathoa priest dying? That's like a miracle in all other religions. Kind of like looks down.
God damn it.
all right.
So, one of the reanimators is going to
Marine.
put him into service.
She like waves her hand multiple times. No. No. He gets the best treatment. He was working for me. Technically, he's one of my employees, so whatever happens to him reflects bad on me. Now, of course, you didn't know that you were my employees because I used a Cthulhite to go through you. It's fine. Stitch Skull's a good friend, best friend. Love his food. Love his eye scooping. Great technique on the spooning. When it comes to bodies, though, I can bring him back. Now, I know Halish. We go way back. And he is a treat. That is to say, he wanted to be a ghoul. He didn't die of ghoul fever, did he?
No,
I'm not
said it
familiar
was
with that.
blunt force trauma.
Okay, well, ghouls only can be made by other ghouls. You know, they get bit, and then they get sick, and then they die, and then they come back as a ghoul. It's like a whole thing. They have their own culture. Kind of boring, to be honest. But I can do... Man, in a tiffy, too. You know, he's pretty fresh. Did you give Major Domo a bite?
No, that'd be against the law.
Yeah.
I just want her to start laughing, just like against the law.
You see her say, yeah, that'd be against
I
the
lost.
law. And she brings up a little knife and she just slices off one of Halish's fingers. That would be bad. It's a good thing the body's owned by Geb. And since it's owned by Geb, it's owned by me, because I'm a bloodlord. She takes the end of the raw finger and she sucks on it to get the blood out. Not what I expected.
I could have drained the blood. I did that for many years.
Oh! Do you turn around? Casimir, are you there?
Sure.
Okay. It looks like it's Oh my god. Is that Katai?
I could cook him.
So as you guys all turn around, I imagine Casimir, you are just standing in the doorway, eyes wide.
Yeah. He's been staring at a wall the entire time.
Yeah,
He's got blood still covering his face. He's just like out of it.
You were supposed to be taken by Phaedra into the empty threshold so that you can get whatever's going on with you tortured out of you. More bloodletting, you know? But as you like turn around and you're there, it seems as though you either were unrelenting or preferred to come this way, didn't you? You probably followed the party with the Major Domo and just walked through the estate and made your way through. As you walk in on the scene, what you see is a beaten, battered Grimnir with some of the wounds cleaned from the bloodbath, and Colo, Mr. Colo, is
Drinking a glass of wine.
drinking a glass of wine,
Probably.
a little bit beaten up, probably. And you can see Halish has been laid out on the floor, and Berline has severed a finger and is sucking on the end of it.
Like a death pose, yeah.
Yeah. Berline is in full pajamas and has skinned like human face slippers that are tucked tightly on her feet that are very see-through. And she looks over and turns around and smiles and say, I thought you died.
No. We still persist.
I think the quote's, you endure.
We endure.
There you go. Now, we have a lot to talk about. You and I, Casimir. A lot to talk about what happened there. Now, the good part is, I'll say this up front. I was going to say it whenever Halish woke up. But you blew up a building, right? Was that you? I thought it was you.
That was Halish.
That was Halish.
Good, great, Awesome. So Geb really needed some new construction done at the brewery. There was a whole remodeling happening, and the accelerated process of construction by the Builders League, well, it just so happened tonight. Of course, we didn't want to make an announcement because it's a surprise.
Whatever was in those vats was what caused the explosion. I mean,
She looks up at you. Geb himself and the celebrants wanted to remodel the brewery so that it can be ready for a celebration.
He shakes it. I understand.
And sometimes you need high magic to quicken the process.
That's right. Well done. So, since it was a bloodlord kind of situation, don't worry, all paid for, nothing against the law. There was no casualties after all. Well, no casualties that matter, just some more workforce. Their families will be compensated. They don't have any families.
Are we eating Halish?
No, we're not eating Halish, unless you want the finger.
Won't he need those?
He won't need this one. I always take one from every person I raise. And it sounds like Ghoul Fever's not taking him. So I get to take his soul, put it back into his body, do the old work of Urgathoa for him. That being said, to make it easier and to get this going, does anybody have a fun little object that could be used as a focus? I don't mind providing one myself. I just don't want to go open up my vault. It's really hungry right now. And
A focus?
yeah, like a focus, You need one for all undead.
Something was important to him.
No. Can be, though.
I take out a cookbook.
No. Oh, right. You didn't go to college, did you? She puts a hand on your shoulder.
I was gonna say, why don't we use the legendary hot sauce box?
Did not go to college.
No. So usually it's onyx. So onyx is a foci for Urgathoa. It's a representation of the void.
Bone and
No,
silver?
you're not listening. She's like,
Grimnir starts turning around in a sec. I have a mirror.
I have silver, cold iron, paper.
oh, you're so funny. I said onyx like twice.
Oh.
I have caltrops. Those are black.
Wow.
rocks.
Wow. I'll say it a third time. Onyx. Look at that. It's out there.
Oh, is the figurine for Smoke? Was that Onyx? I don't know who has that figurine, I forgot we haven't summoned Smoke in a bit. I don't know if it's even been a week yet since we last summoned him.
Does no one have any onyx in their inventory or not?
In the party stash. I take out a bunch of onyx gemstones.
The onyx
Oh.
gemstones you mean that Kepgetta was using for her stuff.
yeah.
So those already used? Oh yeah, we have a ton of Onyx. What the fuck?
So-
Even the undead heads had black gems in it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
She do you pour out like all of the onyx stuff that you have?
Sure.
Casimir
no.
is so out of it right now. Yeah, he does. He pours it all out.
Okay, he as Casimir, as you pour them all down or begin to reveal some of the stitched flesh that it came from, she looks down at them.
Onyx. We added this guy to our thing. He was made of Onyx, wasn't he? Our doorbell.
Our
New
doorbell?
Oh, the
Is that
granite
what it is?
vulture, you mean?
Oh, it's granite.
Yeah, it's made out of
Granite.
granite. Yeah, black granite.
Okay.
Well, we got a large.
Yeah, she looks down and she says, well, the onyx will do. Any of these will do, actually. Any one of them. But that's not an onyx. It's
What?
made of onyx, but that's not an onyx. And she points as the big one. The two big ones.
It says that there's a larger onyx gemstone.
That's a Bodak eye.
Yeah, it's still onyx.
Yep. Well, dummy, of course it's still onyx.
Why doesn't it work then? You're saying it's not
Sounds
onyx.
used or not?
It can be used, yeah, but I'm just
Do
letting you.
not call it not onyx. What do you? Did you go to school, Berline?
Okay,
Oh shit.
it's like an alloy.
What is that?
So it's when you take one metal and you add another, and it becomes something greater than the sum of its parts. You know,
That's like a soup for
tin,
metals.
copper, you make bronze.
Not always. Sometimes they're weaker.
Shut it! Points with Alicia's finger at you, Sir Colo.
So we need to make soup now? I'm confused. Berline, why don't you just... What do we need to do?
I'll take any one of these. If you give me the Bodak guy, I'm sure that it will help him.
Sure.
Yeah, he can have the Bodak guy. He wants to be a ghoul, though. You're not going to make him a ghoul, are you?
Oh, you didn't go to college. That's right.
I
so-
was a farm boy.
Yeah. She kind of like pats you on the top
Taken
of the
from
head.
my farm by a sadistic halfling.
Sadistic hag, and then the sadistic by sadistic halfling. It's just.
Oh man, yeah. I always forget. I don't forget. I remember taking over your farm very, very clearly.
Killing all my livestock. My dad was one of those, you know.
So
I wanted to kill him.
ghouls kind of have their own culture in Geb, because ghouls can only make other ghouls. They die via ghoul fever. So when they bite a living person, the reason why they don't like biting living people, by the way, it tastes disgusting to them. When they bite a living person, what happens is they get really sick and then they die in like a week. And if they die from the fever, they come back as a ghoul.
So we have a ghoul by Talish.
So, but he's already dead.
He's dead.
We'll resurrect him and then have the ghoul by Talish.
I am...
Complicated.
It is not going to work as you wish it will. You cannot rise the dead to the living here in Geb. That's super no.
Illegal.
No,
But
I'll
you
be.
are a Bloodlord, so I mean, it doesn't really apply to you, right?
Oh, it does. In fact, I actually need to talk to you about that.
You cut off his finger.
Well, sure, that's important for my safekeeping. It's a note. It's evidence. It's important.
So what are you going to turn him into?
I'm gonna
Some kind
do
of
my
vampire?
thing. No, I'm not gonna turn him into a vampire. He's already dead. He can't. He's very limited on what he can be. Okay, very limited. I'm gonna do the best I can. All right.
Mummy?
No, I'm not. Do you have any idea how complicated it is to make a mummy and how long it takes?
I don't know. There's so many.
Mummies
walking
take centuries.
around. Okay, well, speed it up.
I'm gonna turn him into a zombie.
I don't think he wants to be a zombie.
Too bad. That's the best he's gonna get. Maybe next time you should have kept him alive.
Well, I mean,
Grimnir turns away.
She kind of like looks around and says, no objections. Perfect. Because honestly, I think he's going to love it either way. Because he's an Urgathoan priest. And that's the best of both worlds. I'm not going to hear it. I'm not going to talk to any of you anymore. Because I'm doing this as a favor. I don't even have to I could bring him back as a slave. My slave. Forever.
bring him back as a ghost.
But he did you a service, so you...
Already your employee.
Yes, he's my employee. I'll do it. You don't have to force my arm or anything. I already said I would do it. I offered. Now, that being said, I am in a little bit of mad at you guys.
What
So
do we do? What do we do?
Yes, we did the building
you
project
were-
flawless.
you did a lot of good stuff. You built the brewery. You got the demolition started. Fantastic. Gab will be very happy.
Yes.
The
And
celebrants.
figured out who's sabotaging your own city.
Yes, that's all fine and good. That's all great. That's all wonderful. That, no problem with. You did great. Also, you're high, and I can see that by looking in your eyes. No, what happened was, and what we're going to have an issue with, is someone used vitality at the scene. Who was that?
Oh,
Whatever.
Hey,
Everyone's
wish-
dead anyway. No, it was me. I'm sorry.
Listen, you're... She kind of like taps the top of your head, Kaz, like, again. You and your representation and your deeds They reflect on me. You see,
How did you even know I used vitality at this scene? You were not there.
There was no winsomeness.
There's no witnesses. Listen to the man that is high.
when there is a potent necromancer like myself and other potent necromancers or beings of the void around, think of vitality like a beacon, like a trace, like a blood splatter. We know when we come to the scene later. Now they don't know who used it. It's to whom it may concern, but it's going to raise some eyebrows.
Easy. Blame it on the hag then.
Yeah, blame it on the hag. I'm not a magic user. I cannot even cast spells.
There was no hag. It was a construction site.
Well, you say the hag died in the construction.
Listen, whatever situation happened there, I'm gonna keep it under wraps from the public. But anyone who knows anyone will know exactly what happened, and you'll raise eyebrows everywhere if you use any amount of vitality magic. Now, we can talk about solving that issue in a second, but it takes me a long time to bring your friend back, especially if you want me to bring him back with any amount of sentience. So instead of, talking to me like this...
It'll be fine in a few hours. Alright, well give us some vitality slave then.
A vitality slave?
Yes.
Oh no, what do you...
It'd make our job a lot easier. Give us a slave.
What? No, we're not... Why? Okay.
What do you mean by that? I the slave part's fine. What do you mean by vitality slave?
Someone who we can pin anything that goes awry onto.
Oh, that's already you.
Oh, no. See, I have no capabilities of doing vitality.
Yeah, then don't.
That's why we have a scapegoat. I don't know. You got a Claire clocked up somewhere, don't you?
No, they're in Mekatar being skinned, burned, and farted out by the local lord.
Well, you don't keep one just for yourself?
No, I turned them into my slaves because
We can go find one. We can go find one.
You're not going to use vitality at all. At all.
You're right. The captured Pharasma slave that I will have will.
I've given you a warning. There will not be a second. That being said, if you do not want me to just kill you and bring you back as an undead so that we don't have to have this discussion ever again, which would make my headache go right away. What I can do for you, however, since you've done me a solid, I could teach you some super secret magic. How's that sound?
I cannot learn magic.
I've no practice.
Yes. Well, how are they going to learn?
Magic.
Everyone else in the party's never been to college.
I'm not going to teach you how to use the magic. I'm going to teach you what exists.
What the use is that?
It's so that you have to rely on me.
Not for long.
Are you coming with us then, Berline?
No, I'm not.
I don't see how useful it's going to be then.
It works for a long time.
So what happens next?
What kind of magic do you want to teach us?
Look, it's a one-time thing. Well, not really one time. You have to keep coming back and whatnot. You can't tell anybody that I did it to you, and you can't do anything like that. But since you're working for me so directly, and I'm going to ask you some very pointed questions in exchange for you telling me exactly what happened during the deconstruction, is that I will perform a reanimator ritual on you. A hidden one, but you've made some decent friends in the reanimator already, including myself. This ritual, though taboo, is okay if it's done by me because, I'm a blood lord. Looks left, looks right. I have a modicum of responsibility for your actions. I know that you will stumble into, shall I say, frailties of the flesh that might be best served with healing magic. Right? Illegal. I get it. Trust me, I get it. I'm one of the few living bloodlords left. And my agent's running around with healing wands, as I'm sure you're on the lookout for, or potions just brimming with positive energy. It's not going to make me look good. I am going to overcome your frailties and put you on better footing with our undead compatriots. It's something I already have had done to myself. I am still living. You do not need to worry about it. What do you say?
No, what is it?
I can reach into your soul just a little bit, not much, but I can perform a ritual that will reverse, shall we say, the polarity of your flesh. Make you feed on void instead of vitality. Just a little bit of, minor surgery, a little bit of ritualistic vows. And once it's done, while you'll still be just as living as you've always been, your heart will still beat at the brimming of your chest. But all that void energy that you see tossed around, you'll eat it up.
I don't want you rooting around in my soul.
It lasts a year.
Let's see how Haywish comes out.
I mean, sure. I just wanted to offer. That being said, my warning is still on the table. I'm giving you the solution and addressing a problem. It's what a good boss does. Now then, I am going to go take a lish, and I am going to do what I do best. Rummage around in his soul. She reaches down and grabs him by the top of the mouth.
Can I go to your kitchen?
I recommend you rest. Besides, you've got a lot of explaining to do. I'm very curious in everything that happened.
I do not want to rest. I want to cook.
Then go cook. You know what? That's actually a good idea. Don't tell me anything that's happened. Because if I get investigated by anybody who's coming into the city soon, I will be, shall we say, asked questions. And though I am a bloodlord, there are those that are able to see into the mind. So how about this? Well, we know of the brewery. What little I do know, we keep it at that. I want to know what happened with the bone shards.
Bone shards? Are those the fetchlings, the fake fetchlings?
Those are the ones. And anything that happened with them, and otherwise. Anything about the brewery, I don't want to know anything else of until I say so, okay?
All right.
Very well. Now then, go enjoy your kitchen. I'm going away. Bye-bye. She grabs the top of Halish's mouth and drags him across the floor. You little rascal. Where's
yeah.
where's
I thought that to Husey.
Where's Husey?
Give her the parts of Husey too.
Oh, you little shit! She closes the door as she looks at Husey clearly and starts reprimanding his body. And he would do that to Husey.
Oof.
All right, she drags him away.
Oh, Berline's a handful.
Are we going to speak at the bank too, or no? That's sort of the trail
They
that.
didn't ask about it, so no.
Very well.
Should I still be here?
Who are you?
This is the lady we saved.
Some export lady.
Well, it's in her head.
I suppose you didn't get your questions answered.
You're still alive, so I think that's a plus.
She really didn't speak at all during that. Because your whole point was to come here and talk to her.
You know how to cook.
Yes, I'm a member of the Export Guild.
Good.
Know any magic?
No?
We could pretend she knows
Checking.
magic, though.
Excellent idea, guys.
Kind of like looks around.
I'm sure there will be time to discuss what you need to discuss with her.
Yes, you're exactly where you
Yeah.
wanted to be, member.
I'm safe here.
Oh, that's not true.
And that's not true.
I look like up in the rafters, like all the little corners of the room as like
Crawling
little
hands.
skeletal hands retreat, and like
Mhm.
Richi's just like on the ceiling, just like crawling along, looks down, keeps going.
She like looks up and says, you guys are friends with the Bloodlord. I didn't realize that. You know?
Friends is a stretch.
Employed,
Employees.
Slaves.
perhaps. I don't even know if that's true.
I,
She hasn't given us any money for anything.
True, but we have our freedom
But
for the time being.
she has not slain us, so I suppose there's that.
oh. Wow. That's a lot. Well, I'm going to stay here, and I promise, on Geb's heart, unbeating as it is, I would never say anything that I heard in this room to anyone.
I think
Quicker
she
than-
did say
Uh,
something
Does she have one of those little Geb
Okay.
charm
What kind of
necklaces?
sense motive on that one?
Give me sense motive.
Except my friends in the
He
expert
does
guild.
no one.
As long as you don't piss off the export guild. You get the feeling she won't.
Okay. That's right, Export Guild's probably the okay one. They bring in Pesh.
Yeah, you could get a nice steady supply now
Yes, they're also the one that
at
is
a
human.
discount.
She looks down and she just sits on the stone floor and curls up. Falls asleep right then and there.
Well, she can't just sleep there. I mean, it's on the floor.
I guess I look for like a bell or something. How do I call Major Domo?
You don't see anything of the like.
Just turn around and look in the shadows. He'll be there. He's always.
Domo.
There's like some movement in the roof. Like some fingers moving, some severed hands. Before there's a... And then the door opens as the Major Domo leans in.
Want to take this meat away?
This is the guest quarters, but I could bring them to the, where the other guest is, though he is parched and quite zombied. So, we thought it best to keep them separated for the night.
You at least get her a blanket. Something.
Sure. There is a whole bed there.
Sure, put her on the bed.
I kind of like looks to you, Grimnir.
What?
Um,
Ramir's not here to do that.
I mean, sure. Whatever.
Do you scoop her up off the floor and put her under the bed?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, Major Domo gives you a nod.
Hmm.
Well, Ricci is here. They'll pluck your wounds, make sure you're all alright. If there is anything else you desire from me, just let the heads know. They gesture up. Our head mate is actually tending to you. There is a severed head with a maid's hat on that is floating in the room.
Oh.
Enjoy.
Mm.
And you have full privacy. To an extent. The living won't hear you in here. And the dead don't care. He will close the door.
What do you think of her offer? Messing with our souls.
Like an
I
easy
would
way to
rather
get
die.
owned.
I was subjugated once. That will never happen again. My soul,
just in
body, or
case.
mind.
You put us in her debt too much.
Precisely.
She's totally gonna send us on this silly fetch quest.
What's fetch twist?
To what?
Your mother.
What happens next? Casimir, what changed?
Huh?
We went into that place, and it seemed as if you were trying to make a connection to your sibling. But it didn't end up going that way.
I was trying to take something from her. But I suppose I do not know how.
We came very close to all of us passing on.
It was a bad situation. And I guess I am sorry for getting us in that situation, and I just... There was a lot of guys in there, so...
It
You
would have
know.
gone better if your damn sister would control her own zombies.
I don't blame you.
Yes.
That's not the point. Perhaps you should just keep us in the loop. Speak to us on your feelings.
My feelings.
Oh, well, if family's overrated.
Right. Okay. I'm feeling tired, is all. And a little shaken up.
Mm. You spend a lot of time looking at their corpse. After Kolo's magic mutilated them.
I was trying to find the best way to consume them.
Did you have a recipe in mind?
No, I wanted to find a way to consume her power. But I don't know how to. I wanted to so badly, though.
Is that the only way you can get power?
I think it's the only way that my nature knows how to. I'm doing my best to not be like my family, like my sister. This place makes it so difficult, though. And the blood that goes through my veins feels like it's burning.
Something about her blood is quite unique, but
I don't want to be
and a little rude.
a bad person. Yes, and she's also rude. Yes, trust me, I know. That is my mother. She is a handful. I'm trying to be better, though. Geb just makes it hard.
I don't think anyone could live here and not get changed by their surroundings. In a different place, in a different time, be something different.
I wish I was there, but we are here. So we have to deal with it.
Grimnir nods. And deep with it we will. closer to you all, having almost died with you several times. And I don't want what happened to Lish, what's happening to Lish, to happen to anymore.
Well,
Because once you lose the choice, you'll never get it back. There's no going back for him.
delicious.
Whatever he ends up
Burger
coming
fella.
out of the end of, I suppose, yes, it seems he's devoted his life to this god.
But we are not clerics of Ergothoa. So I would also appreciate none of you dying to that fate. I do not think
Anyway,
undead. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to go to the kitchen. I'm going to make some food and then
Okay.
peace out.
that sounds good.
Alright, yeah, okay, bye. I'm gonna leave. I leave.
Cool.
You can go lay in bed.
Nice.
No, I'm gonna go to the kitchen.
Oh, okay, sick.
Yeah.
All right.
I just go cook. I
Let's
just go
call-
cook.
Is Colo there?
Oh, I'm here.
What do you think?
About time.
About that and this? What will happen next?
Oh, about that. Well, I think for now we're gonna have to do what Berline wants. We should do. We can get some dirt on her.
Like her or not, she has given us a chance to, at least me, to do something else. To shake off the fate that I was bound for. But I feel like I've traded some shackles for others. You just can't see them. He looks down. I want to be free of all of this one day. But for now,
We're gonna need more power than Grimnir. Power over people.
then I will take it.
We're gonna have to get you enrolled in a cotillion class, I believe.
All right, and we'll wait for mini muffins.
Mini
Okay.
muffins come back.
Eagerly await. They're shaped like little hearts, and we have
Yep.
to do a little test to see if Wait, is it an actual heart? No, it's cake.
Well,
Anatomical.
It's anatomical heart, yeah.
Shit. Berline definitely has little heart-shaped cookie cutters. Like,
As you look into them, Casimir,
Uh-huh.
you kind of finish them as you take it out of the oven. Through it, and as you grip onto them with your iron hands, like in claws, because that's how I imagine you handle the tray.
oh, you taking the tray out of the. Oh, that's so cool.
Iron claws.
You feel the
Yeah.
warmth run through your iron claws, and you look down into the anatomical heart, and you can just feel the warmth, like the blood, the beating of her heart as it came to an end. It's a good
I reach
taste.
into my bag and I pull out her eyeball.
The veins are shot. The retina is still attached.
I eat it.
Like a ripe grape.
Pop.
You don't bake it into a
Crunch.
thing first and then eat it, or just rock
Nope,
bam.
I just
There it
eat it.
goes.
I just eat it.
It tastes
Little martini glass.
delicious. And as it trickles down the side of your cheek, and you bring it back over. I assume with a little bit of dribble on your face, you walk in with the muffins.
With the muffins.
Yeah.
Walking with the muffins.
Excellent. A little bit of your family for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. And with that, I assume you share?
Yep, I share.
And do you partake
Everyone
in
is welcome.
any more conversation before the night takes you?
Casimir thinks about it. He has one last secret he thinks about telling them. But he rolls over to go to sleep.
Very well. One by one, you rest. Weary, weakened, stupefied, fatigued, drained, and some of you even dead. You can roll for a night's rest.
Finally, sleep.
He
I got 3 hit points. I got 3 hit points.
Yes.
Excellent. One by one by one. Yeah, Grimnir, do you get any hit points back? Oh, Halish! No.
Which is alive.
Grimnir, I wonder how much does it give you back?
I'm sorry, I just walked away. I forgot to AFK myself.
Oh, it's okay. You're resting for the night.
Oh, sounds
Yeah,
good.
You can press the button.
I wonder if they'll turn Halish into a Bodak with the Bodak guy.
Ooh,
God, I hope not.
I hope so.
I mean, we don't get our health. We just get like a certain amount back.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. 12. And I just bled.
12. Gosh.
12
All right.
HP.
What?
4 times the amount I got.
Temporary items removed. What temporary items? Oh no, all of his potions are.
Yep. They're
Oh,
all gone.
I throw them on shit for fun.
Whoosh, whoosh. Whoosh.
Before they disappear. Wait, was this healing potion? Oh, I'm glad I drank that. Didn't hang on to it.
After
We really got nothing from that guy. God damn.
After Ricci tucks you all in,
Because his alchemist tools are here.
and you all have a long night's rest. The woman is still curled up in the same pose that you like picked her up and put her onto the bed with. She hasn't like moved a muscle, it would seem, since everybody went to rest. And nonetheless, each of you. Yeah, Ricci doesn't even need to leave the fucking doorway to tuck you in and check the door. That's a good skeleton right there. Nonetheless, you all get some rest, and together, you guys can pluck and pry your way to breakfast, I assume. All right.
Skull-shaped pancakes again.
I'm sorry.
With strawberry syrup? Who knows if it's actually strawberry?
That sounds good, though. I think I'd probably take that chance.
All right. As each of you settle up around the elaborate and beautiful dining table, each of you making your way there one by one, not to deny a Bloodlord her breakfast, you find a plethora of fresh herbs, salads, pancakes, and other myriad meats and pastries that are all stuffed together, all in various oblong shapes and crude Gothic stylings. As each of you are given your pigeon pies and whatnot that are platted around your plates, the only people that aren't here are the 2 individuals that you rescued. Berline seems to sit down at the end of the table and is eating, and you can see that she is wired. She doesn't seem to have slept, and she looks up with her staff and says, "Oh, now that you're all here, you want to see him?"
Do you have a leash?
Do I have a leash?
Do you?
What depends? Say please. I didn't hear that cackle. Perfect. Unless you come out now. She like waves her hands upwards and shakes the little rattling staff. And as that happens, I imagine Halish. You can please describe your character.
He looks mostly the same. Some of his teeth are missing. His flesh is a little paler, and he's moving slower like he did when he was first at the farm.
Where do you want that gemstone to have been placed? It is an eyeball of a bodak, but...
It's as big as an eye, so let's do the eye.
Yeah?
Nice.
Excellent. You have this one black eye that is somewhat smoky that drifts upwards. All right. You see she like throws her hands in that direction as though she's presenting something important. Ta-da! Look at this, your newest husk zombie. Though I guess...
Alish,
Grimir
you're awake.
doesn't look at first.
Brains. We really need to use our brains next time that we do something like that.
Oh, okay. Well, we are sorry you are dead.
I'm not.
Oh.
Look at
Well.
you. He's still a little bit rough around the edges. The stitching could use some work. The void energy hasn't taken to. You'll get in time. Look at you just shambling about.
Are you using like the scythe as kind of like a walking?
No, it's still just on his back.
Oh. So you're totally fine then? Okay.
He slowly makes his way over to one of the chairs and just kind of like stumbles into it.
Oh yeah, he's not totally fine. He's just like shambling around. I imagine.
Yeah.
Now, one of you is going to have to keep him all tidied up, unless he wants to do it himself. Could be like a morning ritual thing. Had to do a little bit of workarounds. He's missing a part of his spine. Your sister, kind of like leans forward. That person really did a number on him.
Casimir, eye twitches.
You use the spine of his sister?
No.
Oh.
What's gone is gone. I can't really fix that. I'm just saying that he's a little bit groggy.
He is flexible.
That's right. That's a way to look at it.
Bend over backwards.
So do you guys want me to kill the girl? And what about the zombie you brought with you? Collateral or worthwhile?
The girl seemed to have
Oh,
something she
seems
wanted us to
useful.
think about. She kept mentioning you.
I mean, they both have ties to the other, factions, right?
Sure.
We could exploit that.
The zombie is a reanimator himself. I actually have a little bit of knowledge on him, not much. But he does know a bit because he saw you at the scene. I'm gonna leave it up to you guys though, if you guys think they're worth the risk. Might get you a little bit of brownie points with the factions.
No, let's get rid of the zombie.
Really?
Excuse me?
I wanted to hear his deal at least. Like, what was
No,
he doing
no,
there?
he seems trouble.
Also, I haven't really talked with him much.
Well, he seems like the type of guy to hold a grudge.
Well, all the people they would have a grudge with are dead.
True, but he wasn't very thankful that we got him out. Insulted us as he left.
I think we've seen enough deaths of the undead. I think we should let him go.
But he did seem, he knows. Seems like too much of a risk.
How about I just bring him in here? Come on. And she like waves over,
Hey.
claps her hands together, and he stumbles out of the shadows. Like he walks up as she claps her hands, and you would see the man with the ink pen over the ear kind of looks around groggily with eyes, with cheeks kind of torn at the sides, and gives kind of like a glare around the room. Well, go on, introduce yourself, make a case.
Yes, you have about 2 minutes to make a case.
He, like, looks left, looks right. Minister Semakskit of the Celebrants.
That's 10 seconds. Keep going.
Hmm.
Oh, the Celebrants. Did you say he was a reanimator?
She has ties with the Reanimator. They're Celebrants, after all. He continues. There were recent food prices here in Graydirge, so I came to visit my cousin. He owned the Crooked Coffin. My influence in the government of Geb had them capture me and kept getting raised to me.
So you come from Mekatar?
Not in particular. I move around as a minister of the Celebrants.
I think
Aye.
we should keep him.
I will absolutely sing your praises to my superiors if you allow me to survive this encounter, if you don't mind my traditional speak on the term of survival.
Berline kind of let me in on some of the ideas of how we were helping to demolish the place for Geb and the Celebrants themselves. Wouldn't he be a good point of contact for such a thing? Wouldn't he have reason to have been there?
If the Blood Lord Berline Haldoli wishes for this to be the truth, then the Celebrants will prosper, apostatize, evangelize, whatever you wish.
Or you and your cousin are traitors. There was vitality magic found at the scene. I'm sorry, you might have to go.
I assure you, that such a thing is of no use to me, and would be slanderous propaganda.
There was the alchemists. Would it make sense for them to be the source of the vitality?
Hmm.
Maybe a terrorist came in during the explosions.
Berline shakes her head. No, it was all planned.
Oh.
All well under control. I can spin my yarn. Just let me return. Between the Cinerarium and the depths of the pyramids, surely the Celebrants have worked with far less.
Bet they have.
The one thing I will thank you for rescuing me is not it. The dirge singer, the piper. Thank you for destroying it. Its tune was deliriously horrific.
No problem.
I have nothing else to offer of value for you. If you wish to use me as a bargaining chip, destroy me now. Otherwise, I will return to Mekatar. Oh, that reminds me. You should, Well, we're going to keep this thing mostly under wraps, everyone. In particular, because there's a bit of busybodies going on. There's apparently some big folks from the great factions coming from Mekatar a couple days, so we should be on our best behavior, after all. Maybe you could go back with them, if we let you go.
It depends on who it is. The celebrants are not favored by many bloodlords.
I don't know. We can just let them go.
Who's for making him dinner for the zombies? She looks around for raised hands.
Aye.
All right. And who's for letting him go to go spin some yarn?
Here.
Casimir? Grimnir? No votes?
I didn't want to vote. I was
Well?
hoping that it would be anonymous.
You are,
Anonymous.
in fact, what is the word? More worthless if you don't speak than if you spoke at all.
Oh dear. Sorry, I'm very tired.
Liz just stares at Casimir.
Oh, Liz, you died for this. I know, man. Do not guilt me.
Grimir, see, this is what power is.
I really don't. Grimnir's only thing is, we set him free. Grimnir, was in chains for a long time, so that's the only thing. Like, I'm more on the side of just letting him go. Like,
All right. If you are not going to bother us ever again, you can go.
Very well.
Gives a very slight bow to the Bloodlord. And then begins to walk out. And what of the girl? Dinner?
I have information that is relevant.
Who are they?
Near who we found in the cage.
Oh,
She's part of the export guild.
Middling
Oh,
extortionist.
I have uses for her.
That's fair. I warn you not to trust her. If she got herself into this situation with, everything going on by her own hands, no wonder nobody's come looking for her.
Maybe
How
it
did
is.
she get? Did we ask her how she got there in the first place?
She got captured on the way from Yed.
Just randomly captured by who?
your sister. I don't.
By
know why.
Capgetta.
It just seems strange that she would waste her time capturing someone, is all. Is there a reason for her capture?
I assume it has to do with, annoying her master.
Well, I mean, the export guild's all about distributing things, right?
Yes.
So if
One
we're
could be
distributing
useful.
poison around Graydirge,
Exactly.
That's fair. And we'll say no more about that because then I'm liable. At the very moment. Like I said, we're going to wait until our surprise visitor Bloodlord and the faction is done visiting from Mekatar. And then we can really get into it. I'm going to have my hands full.
Who is visiting?
I don't know the Bloodlord, but I do know the tax collectors union's on their way.
Tax collectors.
Oh,
union.
shit. Well, maybe we should stay in the house
we
a few
need
days.
to go home and bury our door knocker real quick. It's like,
I don't know why they're coming, but they're kind of making a big show of to 7 stomachs. They're going to make their way over to Graydirge here. I think they're already well on their way. I don't know how long it'll be, though. But
I think I might know why. Do we want to piss them off?
Oh, I don't mind making them upset.
That-
Okay. Then we should probably visit the Builders League.
That's all well and good, but I am very busy. You want the girl alive, right?
Yeah.
I could turn her into a zombie. Easier to work with.
No.
That's not alive, technically, Berline.
That's, I mean, kind of like waves a hand. Yeah, more pliable. Very well.
And it
Okay.
would just slow us down, making her walk slower.
True. One more thing. Seven Stomachs is probably going to want to speak to you all since you guys did such a great job on the construction and actually talk about what happened. He'll be appraised because he's the High Governor of Graydirge of what actually happened. And you're going to explain everything that went on. You're going to be as honest as possible. Make, of course, really ham up your involvement, the good for Geb that everything was. That all being said, you should really look to make a delicious meal for Mr. Seven Stomachs. Lord Gorefart over there really loves the food. So if you can make him a good meal or get some very exotic stuff, he'll love it. Love it. And he'll be in his good graces.
We need to be as honest as possible, huh? And then Halish blinks in a way that looks like he was trying to wink.
Huh? What's going on there?
We have to be honest when we speak to the governor, right? And he does the same thing again.
Eyeball falls out.
Oh, I'll be there.
Okay. I'll let you lead then.
Oh, no.
think.
You'll be leading. I want you
Oh.
to present the whole situation as though I was a third party, you know? Like it was, my first time talking about what happened at the crooked coffin. Because,
I see.
the less...
So not... Mm-hmm.
The less it looks
Third-
like I
Third
sent you there
party,
myself.
but it was all your idea.
Yes, you know the drill. And keep yourselves busy up until we call on you for dinner. And I assure you, Seven Stomachs will call upon you for dinner and expect you to bring your own meal for him. A meal for
For
him.
him, I was gonna say, wait, what? Let's
How
bring
many
your own
s-
food.
How many
Bring it.
stomachs do we need to fill?
As many as you can. I think Seven Stomachs has the quantity down. What you're looking for is quality.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Are you guys looking for any work around, or you said you wanted to visit the Builders League, didn't you?
Yeah, we have... I believe if we want to make the tax collectors angry, we have something for them.
Well, I don't know anything about that, but I do think that there's some hubbub going around the Builders League right now. I don't know much about it because I don't really care at the moment. They've always been on my, proverbial behind since the whole situation with my Grace, the little extra homes that I'm giving on the outside of the bone wall. I want you to go see the local Builders League enclave, sure. And, maybe make them happier.
I think we can do that. And he looks at everyone else.
Do what's in your best interest, though, huh?
We will
We
see
can
what
visit them.
can do.
Excellent. All right. Claps her hands. That'll be all. Get out of my house.
Oh, okay.
Halish stands up a little bit later.
What did I give you a house for if you're just going to stay in mine all the time?
Mm-hmm.
So that you could come visit it.
Yes, you can make me dinner. You get it.
The
We
awkward
have to-
scraping of chairs. As
Yeah,
they all
as
get up.
everybody gets up and leaves, yeah.
So we have to find some living to bring in for food, right?
Do you say that while you're in the room, or is this while you're
Well,
leaving?
as we're leaving.
Okay, so as you guys are making your way through the foyer and towards the door, you're talking. Go for it.
Like, just like something that we could freshly kill for him.
I think he's gonna call on us later.
Well, yeah, but like having something in reserve. I mean, we have a dungeon.
Perhaps we should gather
Get meat from the
information
meat
about what
market
he
also.
likes.
We know a skeleton.
I don't think he wants to eat a skeleton.
No. We know a skeleton who works with slaves.
Oh,
We just buy some food for the governor.
right.
It's either that or we end up going out
Uh,
in the streets and finding our own.
No, we can do that.
Why don't we just go to the
Gemstones, that's
meat
gonna
market
cost.
where legally we can do that?
Oh, because I don't think that they're allowed to sell you living at the meat market. Only parts.
Well, we could probably make a good meal even with parts. I mean, Kaz is a good cook.
Sure, but we don't know when the governor's going to invite us, right?
We don't know when he's gonna show up, I think.
It'll probably be for a dinner with the guests that are coming.
Oh, Mr. Colo, I'll have to have you teach me how to stitch myself up in the mornings. I'm not so trained in it.
Certainly, I can teach you how to sew suture.
Okay. As you're saying this, and you open up the doors to the outside, you're hit by the wonderful air of this little garden, and you hear a, finally. Oh! As you see a halfling near the entrance of the door. He gets up. He's very sweaty and oily from not being able to rest all night. It's you again. Well, salutations, new associates of Lord Haldoli. Holds up his hand.
Do we know
Who's this
you?
one?
I'm Baron Littlestone.
Mr. Widowstone, then.
Baron Littlestone.
Have we met Baron?
Muffins. I was gonna say, but we passed this guy on our way to come talk to Berline. He was just waiting outside, and
Oh.
they were keeping him waiting for a long time, and he's still waiting out here just to catch you.
Do you
We
think
never
he
met this
would
guy before.
be interested in seeing the governor?
Yeah, he wanted to talk to Berline about something.
Well, I you're a new associate. You work with her, right?
We do.
Well, he kind of like tucks his shirt a little bit and then pulls the suit down, adjusts the little skull collar. I have a tricky request. That I don't believe the Major Domo or the Bloodlord will see to for me, and so I wanted to ask you if that's all right.
Berline doesn't want to do it, then maybe we shouldn't do it.
I
Everything we do is for her.
can make it worth your while, and I assure you it'll be very little interest to her.
What are you offering?
I
Who
don't
do you
like
speak for?
I speak for myself. I come from a small family here in Graydirge, but I have a very pleaded case. Love.
Is this a ghoul? Sorry.
Love?
No,
it's
he's
a
a
half-
living halfling.
Yeah.
You say pleading case is love?
Love, yes. Hard to come by here in Geb, I know, but I am doing this on behalf of love. My
Are you
love.
in love with Berline?
No. I'm married.
Oh.
My till eternity to do us part. Till Geb do us part, of course. Hareka, her name is. She is recently passed and was brought back by Berline and the Reanimators. You see, she's
As it should be.
she's here on the estate. and I wanted to ask for you to ask or find a way to free her from her duties, and help escort me out of the city. Whatever means necessary. And before you say anything, he holds out his hand, and you see he grabs a thick, plain iron ring. This is one of a pair. My wife has the more valuable one, a golden ring with a ruby. You can have both of our rings.
Is she a mindless?
No, I don't believe so.
Is she a quick?
No,
she's
she's dead. But she works
Right,
here
right.
on the estate.
Please, think about it. Do what you can. I really appreciate it, and you would have a friend.
Could you not just purchase them from Berline?
With the ring on your finger.
And the finger.
It's not. It's not possible. Purchasing a employee of a bloodlord is not cannibal.
But stealing.
So you
them
want
is-
us to steal her?
I don't want you to steal.
I don't think we have any business to do with
I
her.
want you to find a way, whether it's asking her face to face. I've never gotten to speak with her at all.
Have you
Would
thought about
you-
moving on? There's a very nice Norman town.
That's
That
no,
runs a nice shop.
no.
Would you
I would
be
think that's
interested in entering into Berline's employ?
I would rather not. I would rather you ask her first, or whatever you can do. If you have
Do
your
you feel she doesn't want you anymore?
No, I just I haven't been able to see her, and we are in love. We have been, even throughout
How did
these
she
rough
end
times.
up in Berline's employ?
She was killed in the recent accident.
What accident?
She was a member of the Builders League.
What
From
accident?
The construction project that happened not a few days ago?
No, the Tower of Cleansing issue. Are you not aware of it?
No.
No.
We live outside the city.
I see. As does the Tower of Cleansing. Well, to appraise you as a friend, the Tower of Cleansing is a rustic but impressive structure. It's a 20-foot tall cylindrical cage, and it consists of skin-like blades. What they do is it's a very adept machine that is able to, you put bodies in and bones come out. They're used for construction and reanimation purposes. The tower...
Oh, we found a place like that underground too.
Nonsense. But that's sort of how the Tower of Cleansing is above ground. Those such structures are made above ground. They're maintained by the Builders League, I assure you. But there has been a recent problem. It has been malfunctioning, from what I can tell, and there was a gruesome amount of deaths that occurred around the tower, and the Builders League have not been able to get it running.
It's haunted.
No, I assure you, my wife's corpse was very clear. It was an animal of some kind.
Oh. Hey guys, do you think it was our a bank friend?
It has nothing to do with us, Haywish.
I don't know.
I wouldn't take credit for anything, Haywish.
Well, I mean, Okay, so I guess we have a bit of a dilemma on our hands here. Do we want to maybe help this guy, or do we want to ignore him, or do we want to invite him to see the governor with us?
All right. Crafting appraisal.
Hello. That was great. I love the way you think. Holy shit, that's a great idea. But I don't know if I want to go through it. It seems fucked up. That was really good though. Shit.
I'd love to see the governor. He like tightens up his attire. That being said, if you're needing an introduction with the Builders League and you don't already have one, my wife can introduce you if you can get her off the estate. Do whatever means you need.
Oh, okay. So this is our way to get into Builders League if we want to.
You want my advice, little man?
I'm as
You
tall
say-
as you, but
You just say advice.
My advice to you would be to give up on your wife. Gib is not a place where you should love people.
So
you should take this.
They
as a
would
hint
just
now that I've
backstab you.
chastised. Yeah.
No.
And take off your pest.
I live by a quote that a ghoul once told me.
Live
Love
by a corpse.
Love is born on bodies, but grows on minds. As long as we both have our minds, our love is still alive. In a term of sense. You love Gab, don't you?
Oh, yes, totally.
Well, you have my ring.
Her wife is undead.
Yes.
Then you have plenty of time to think about it.
Wait, what's your wife's name?
Hareka.
Araka, alright. Interdomo!
He holds up his hands and he runs, full sprint, just fucking runs, takes multiple steps down, almost trips, runs out of the estate as fast as possible. There is a quick movement before of the door. Yes. Back so soon.
Well, I just realized we don't have a maid for her estate. And I heard you have an excellent one here.
Did you know?
I did.
Well, I assure you, we are at capacity. And we are not looking to hire new maids. What is it that you are asking me? Are you asking for one of our many, many zombies? We can bring you a suitable creature.
Can you give us a halfling? I prefer those.
They can get into the tight places a lot better.
And let us pick. Could you bring several and we will just pick one? I'm sure Berline won't even notice.
Metrodomo. There was a deal to be made for an Abgepta. And if we could persuade her into release of her service, I will give you half the payment.
Well, many of our workers are leaving the estate soon. You see, many of them are going to this old Irgag's farm that you helped clear. It would be a shame if a undead that you enjoyed would go out to be in such a place to be attacked by random animals before a suitable farm master is able to get his reins. I believe you know Zifgyek.
Yes, it would be a shame.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Yeah, maybe if Mr. Littlestone wants to become a farmer, he can go be
Can
a
I,
farmer
while
with
we're
his
doing
wife.
this, could I do like a follow the expert kind of deal? Like,
Yeah.
hang on, can they follow the expert me?
Yeah.
Let me hang on. I gotta check if I'm the expert in diplomacy. I am. Yeah. So you could follow the expert me to get some bonuses on diplomacy.
Okay. I think that will increase my check.
Is aid the same bonus as follow the expert?
Do not know.
So follow the expert would give you your
It gives me a +2. essentially.
+2, yeah.
Oh, and aid would be +1 unless you were.
And it's automatic.
And it's automatic. Nice.
Oh,
There's an
I guess
effect for follow the expert. I think it's a little bit more than that, isn't it?
It's because Mr.
I'm already
Colo
trained.
is already at a +8.
Yeah, I'm already trained, so it only increases the difference.
I gotcha.
I believe for someone like Grimnir, you would get if you followed the expert with Casimir, a +7
Wow.
to your roll. Because it treats it as though you're an expert.
I'm never gonna speak unless Kaz is around.
All right. Is this a public-private type thing?
Whatever you wish.
Okay, I'm assuming we know the effects. So.
Oh yeah, we should see if Mr. I mean, he's fucking
All
ran
right,
off.
Oh no,
Little shit.
one of those hero points.
If he wants, what if he's like doesn't want to die? He can, become a farmer, and then he could work with his wife on the farm and just be a zombie.
No, he's gonna work on the estate with us.
Okay.
Or we could present a lovesick halfling to the governor.
Or you can eat the
Or
lad once we get
found our quest objective already.
Who's also a baron.
Who's also
How
a
rare.
What is a baron of? What do
You
run to?
make an interesting point. And it would be a shame if you've heard such glorious appraisal of one of our many maids. Reacher is off limits, unfortunately for you. But...
He's out of your reach. Anyway,
That's
sorry.
right.
I couldn't let it go.
Skeleton doesn't have many bones on him.
I am willing to make a deal. You bring me a worker. I'll give you one.
Oh, how poetic.
Berline need not know of it. She need not at all. Not that she would
You want
care
the
of
cold
one
rack?
who did. I wish for meat,
Oh.
living or dead, willing to work. If unwilling, then we'll make it willing. If we have to make it unwilling, at the very least, do us the favor and kindness of giving us an onyx for it. Do we have a deal?
Can we just give you an onyx for this halfling maid?
No.
No, that's if we can't. That's if we got give him a dead body.
Yeah, we could procure one.
Yeah. Otherwise, he wants a
Alright.
Does all
living or
reanimation required onyx? Embed it somewhere?
I
You
think
do, but you need a dead body with
Onyx is a requirement for race dead.
Okay.
I think I know where we can find some dead bodies.
No. He needs a living one.
I
Not
mean,
just
you
give
know,
away cash.
I would like a willing body.
we could give you a dead body and an onyx, right?
I don't care as long as I get the replacement.
Okay, I will discuss that with with my party just in case.
Very well. Will you do me the kindness of telling me which of my many servants that I watch over it is? I can make sure he does not move to the farm.
Or do we want them to move to the farm in case we do want to go steal it? Because that'd be easier than stealing it from our mansion.
Yeah, them going to the farm would be easier.
But they could get attacked, like he said. They could get messed
Yeah,
up.
he's referencing us.
And I'm against that
Was he?
personally, but
Oh.
He sits there, waiting with bated non-breath.
With no breath.
I have the name if anyone needs me to say it.
Cacta, right?
No.
Is that it?
Eureka.
Is he Harika? He looks at you.
The new ghoul. Very well.
Oh no, what if the ghoul eats the guy anyway? Because she's a ghoul now.
You are...
His
Yeah, we
problem.
can give him back and it'll still be fine.
Mhm.
Oh, there you go.
I see what you did there. You said it was a servant, but you want a corpse tender. Very well. I have said my deal. Let it be known the Major Domo is not the one to go back on it. Bring me a corpse, and I will give you the corpse tender.
Okay, corpse for a
Very
corpse.
well.
Under.
He turns and closes the door.
So there was a lot of dead at the bank. Some of
I
the
don't-
bodies were even in decent shape.
Man, I don't want to go back to the bank.
Well, he's wanting like a living ghoul.
Mm.
Preferably, but like,
That's what he wants.
if we could just give him a dead body and an onyx, then he'll be fine.
But that's our money.
It is our money.
We have no money.
Yeah.
Valuable
Man,
currency.
if we can get one of the shitty onyx, that's fine. But we use the big onyx to raise you, right? Basically.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so we only have one left, right?
Yes,
Okay. I can't update the quantity, so
I got it.
there's 2 in the party
Okay.
stash.
So as you
we'll
guys
probably run into a candidate before we know it.
last
Okay.
last thing before anything else, you do have 2 people that give you a bow. They look like they're just grabbing their gear. They look like they're just saddling up. If you wish to speak to them again, you can. But the woman and the zombie are by the gate, grabbing a little
Oh.
bit of pack of gear, and they look towards you all as you guys are coming towards the actual gate out of the estate. There is zombies that are helping the other zombie dress, and the woman is getting a backpack full of supplies.
Wonderful. You're all packed for dinner.
Thank you again. Really. I'll let them know what you did for me. The zombie just gives a very slow nod. All right. If that's everything, they will step out. And I think that is a good opportunity for us to take a quick 15-minute break,
Yeah.
Awesome.
because we're at the time for it. But first things first, some out-of-game notes. You rescued and you let free those 2 individuals. So for those that are keeping track, I would like you to add 4 reputation points for the Export Guild and the Celebrants.
Hooray.
Oh. No, the little halfling dude was with the builder. No, his wife's with the Builders League.
Yes.
Okay, so
And
they get
he's
Builders
a
League if we do his quest.
baron.
He's a baron of who knows what. They could just title himself that.
Yeah.
Casimir, you could be a baron. Colo, you're
I
a
am
baron.
a
He's
baron
alive,
already.
so
The Baron of
Oh.
Pesh.
Also, over the break, if you would like to, and I mean you should, go ahead and level yourself to 4 because you got a night's rest.
Damn. That was pretty a hectic fight.
That was it
Yeah.
was a gnarly fight. Yeah. So yeah, feel free to level yourselves up over the break. I warned you guys at the end of last session that this would happen. So
Oh,
thumbs up.
shoot.
Mhm.
I wasn't sure how far you guys would get with roleplay and if you guys would leave the estate or anything like that. So by all means. And we'll come back to whenever you guys are done leveling up. And whenever we are all set to continue. You guys got a couple of things you guys could be doing and some time before you're going to get called on by the governor. Because I assume that's
Oh,
what you're going to be
sweet.
waiting for. But yeah, I'll see you guys in 15.
Woo.
All right, and we return. So, you guys were just outside Berline Haldoli's estate in Graydirge. You just got done waving goodbye to the 2 people that you saved, deciding to let them live, and you guys have a plethora of things that could be done all around Graydirge. You guys also could go and relax, because I'm not sure if you've looked at your hit points. You're not looking great. Your estate awaits you, not just
Did we get
Haldoli's.
any money from that?
Nope.
We can sell the gems and stuff.
I got gems.
Okay,
Gems,
we can sell
coins,
it.
We got treasure to
items.
sell.
Mhm.
You'd have to convert them.
Tons of it, too.
Maybe some
You
food
gave
or
up one of
something.
them,
I
though.
would love. Yeah, for Halish.
Yeah, you gave up one of them that Kapgeta had for Halish, which was kind of like the big treasure that you found in her forest area.
I would love to spend a couple days just making potions
Yeah.
and crafting. I would
Yeah.
love that. I need money.
If you guys want to go sell your loot, then
Yeah.
I'm not going to spend too much time on that then, if that's the way that you guys want to do it. Do you plan on selling the other eye of the Bodak? It is a treasure piece.
I also want to hang on to it for resurrection purposes, but I'm sure we could find more. I think we just need money. I want money. I want to buy room.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we'll do that.
In that case, you guys can go to the your dear friend over at either Fangs and Ferments, the Colo, would absolutely take those off of you, or would you rather give them to Spectral Specters with Ezekiel?
The Colo.
Colo? Sounds good. You can absolutely trade the money with them since it is loot items, even though it is gemstones that are useful for material components. Don't worry about that. The total gold that you'll get from them is 140 gold.
You want to just add that to the stash?
Yeah, I can do that.
And then
I'll
just-
remove these two and add 140.
Oh, we probably don't need the undead heads anymore.
You're keeping them for, I think,
They're not worth anything, so.
you guys were keeping them for safekeeping, you know? It's some proof that you went into a vault and killed someone's private army.
I don't think that's good to keep around.
Oh,
It's like evidence.
Nah, that's fine, right? Okay. As they kind of sit there and they hand over the coins in exchange for the onyx, they give you just a slight nod. Beyond that, is there anything else you wish to buy with them or sell?
They have a spacious pouch.
They do.
How much is it, though?
75.
Cash, you know how much your
I mean, we're playing in
crafting will be?
an adventure
I
craft. I'm
don't-
sure there'll be
I
a.
don't know.
We'll find a bag of holding or somebody.
I don't know what you want guys to be making. I have the recipes I have right now are
Yeah. We have a lot of strength characters at the moment, so I'm not too worried about carry weight.
True.
I would like to make some elixirs of life, some numbing tonics, and some Drakeheart mutagens. I also took journey bread.
Why do
So
you
I
need
can
an
make
elixir
this.
of life if you could just have me heal you?
Listen,
Mhm.
I don't want to put myself more in service to that bitch than I have to.
But it's not in service to Berline.
No.
It is in
No,
service to Gebin.
this, I don't want to
Graydirge
offer
and-
anything else.
She's gonna stick
I
like a soup spoon in my soul, and I don't want that. No.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. What if
She's just
Geb
gonna just fucking
peeks into
whip her hand
Kaz's
back and
heart
forth.
when they go to
Yeah.
make sweet love and he sees a little bit of Berline in there?
Alright,
Dude.
just
she's gonna
remember
catch
this
me
when
with
you're-
that hot gnome. It's
Just
not
remember
gonna be
this when you're
fun.
laying down and someone else's sister is, killing you.
What? My sister? I'm out of those. No more.
Well, yeah, but you have a mother now,
Out of stock.
and your mother's friends, which I guess could be aunts.
I didn't meet that side of my family.
We might be going to meet them, seeing how things are
I know
going.
they exist. I just never met them. It's okay. It's okay. We're chilling. We're chilling.
Walking down the streets, there is this tense atmosphere that is actually alleviated. As you're moving about, you notice that the guards recognize and turn their eyes from you to pursue other individuals. They do not gawk at you with their tongues out.
They know we're on Berline's payroll now.
Yeah. I don't want to be known as that, do you?
At least they'll stop bothering us.
Where is it that you guys would like to go? What is it you'd like to pursue? There is a plethora of people moving up and down, to and fro, but not in the court of ghouls. After everything that happened last night, there is a rumor mill moving about. The voices of the dead fill the streets with what happened, and you can hear the sounds of people gearing up for a fun celebration. A celebration of new construction, change in Graydirge. Yippee!
Grimir, Halish, neither one of you have striking, right?
No, I don't have.
Correct.
What? Okay. That's something we should have available now, since we're 4. So maybe
I
go
don't, I
up.
don't, I don't even know how much it costs.
It's like 50 gold. So
Oh.
to use, but they're worth the 50 gold. I'm pretty sure they're 50. They're 50 or 60, something like that.
You know damn well who's the one that sells offensive-based runes.
The pirate?
You matey.
All right.
Let's go see the slave
Wait,
pirate.
wait,
You
we
looking
go to the
for
slave
booty?
Oh, it says 65.
Okay. Well, 65. I think it's
But
still
but
worth.
we also need the +1, right? Or else you can't put it on there. So you need both. So it's like 100 gold.
Yeah, but I think
I
Hamish
have-
has a +1.
Yeah, I have 2 +1s.
Okay.
Oh.
So what we could do is we could take. Well, how long is it going to take for your weapon to get here? Like
I
6
think
more
a
days or
week.
something?
Like you said, a week. Hold
Okay.
on. His orders in 7 days and 20% markup, which I already paid for it.
So I think what we could do is maybe take the +1 out of the scythe and get a striking rune into your new weapon.
Okay.
Unless it's
I think
showing up as a +1. I
I
can't
mean,
remember.
one day you are gonna have to use that scythe slash. I'm just waiting for the day that you actually use.
Did Faye have a +1?
Page.
Can someone
Phaedrith?
peek in her? Yes. Peek in her sheet.
Phaedrith
I don't
has
think I have access to that sheet.
Phaedrith has their spike chain, but they do have something that has a +1. Yes,
Okay.
that it is not
The
their main
throwing,
weapon
right?
though. It is the throwing star knife. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Oh.
they didn't want to leave the main weapon with someone to get it transferred over.
They're doing things at this moment, like conceptually. So whatever things they want to do in downtime and retroactively, I'll let them do whenever they come
Got
back.
Oh,
Well, I guess let's mark 2 striking runes, no matter what. So 120 gold-ish,
130
130,
for 2.
and then put aside. What do we got left?
Ye
Tell
be
us-
stabbing
tell
some
us-
rat
Tell us,
bastards.
pirate.
I be stabbing some rat bastards with these. These are made from the blood of me home.
Well, by the way, pirate, do you you know where we could get an undead slave?
Huh? Ye mean any kind of zombie you'd find on the street?
No,
Yes.
not a mindless.
I don't think it mattered.
It kind of matters.
You mean
What is the meat?
a slave then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just a slave, hold up.
Yes.
A dead slave.
Or quick, either one.
Yeah.
Kind of puts off his
Is the price different?
hat, waves it in front of him for a second.
Hard to say. That depends. What kind of dead?
One
The
preferably
the
most
unalive.
fresh.
No.
A fresh dead.
You mean a zombie? A sentient zombie? Those are quite rare. Like your friend here. You looking for a skeleton?
No, needs to have meat on it.
So a zombie then, a husk zombie. I believe you're working for just looking for a worker. The dead have more rights than the living here.
So a quick would be cheaper?
Oh, yes.
Oh, wonderful. How much are they?
I can open up on me markets if you want. Fish for who I've got available in your lead.
Yeah, put some fillers out.
Aye.
Since we're doing such good business with you with these striking runes.
I will. Here's the thing, though. Yeah, you got the means to keep the slave on a leash?
And if we kill him
Yes.
and raise him from the dead, right?
No, we're keeping them alive for a little bit, Haywish.
It's one thing to
Oh.
have a slave. It's one thing to have a willing slave. You gotta take care of him. You gotta feed him.
Man, I'm just like.
Grimnir's just like staring.
You're fucking not.
Like a pet.
I'm looking
I'm-
for someone from
I'm
Mr.
not,
Doma.
I am not here. I am outside and with that out of earshot. This fucking conversation. Oh my god.
But they might be out of our price range, so we gotta kind of know how much the range is.
Yeah. For a good worker, I'd give it no less than 250 gold.
That's no.
Okay, all right.
Uh-uh.
It's good to know the price of these things for later.
Yeah, that's for sure.
As for the transport,
Well, when will you have the striking runes?
right now,
Wonderful.
I
Right.
are here. He holds up the two. You can buy them right off of a sheet.
Okay, let's see if it actually deducts from the rate.
Move the gold over, or so just because you can't subtract it directly from the party, can you?
I can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we can't. What is he trying
You
to
can take it from the party loot, though. Put it into your sheet and then buy it. What have you done? You've changed it to loot. It's merchant.
Oh, sorry. I thought that would allow me to see the loot
No.
table, not the merchant table.
Leave him alone.
Okay, I will not make that.
I'm just kidding.
check again.
Still no striking runes here. This guy's a fraud.
They're under
In-
equipment.
It's under equipment. What are you doing? In skull and
Scroll down.
crossblades?
Oh, skull and cross.
They're at the They're at the
I
The
was looking at-
skeleton.
I was looking at the wrong one. My bad.
That's okay.
Okay, here.
These spectral scepters doesn't do it.
No, they do staffs. Go with staffs.
Oh my goodness, our money. All right. All right. And then,
130.
yep. So one of those striking runes will go to Halish, and one will go to Granmere. And then,
Did you already have the hand wraps you need for your?
Yeah,
so you
I
can
have
do
hand
red
wraps, but it
people?
doesn't have striking on it. Yeah.
Oh, sick. Okay.
They're mouth
Are they
wraps.
plus one yet?
Are you sure that they should go to me and not to like Casimir, who is really good at targeting specific people?
Hmm.
I kind of felt bad. Just died.
Oh,
You're
don't
sure
worry
this
about
is
it.
this is a press? This is a half.
Sorry.
This is this is
Sorry you died.
This is like
Here's
your
a room.
unbirthday. This is like your new life starting now. So yesterday was today is your birthday again.
Yes, today is your new
Your death
birthday.
Death Day.
It's your
I
present for your death day. Wow.
I appreciate that, but like I really feel that Casimir might benefit more from this, considering that I can also cast
All
spells.
right, fine. No need to argue with me. Guys, you get this now.
Throws it in Cass's.
Happy Death Day. Stabs Cass.
I think they had a weapon. I don't think it was striking yet though.
No.
They had like a spatula.
That's fucked up.
Plus one spatula.
That's fucked up. Casimir didn't
well,
deserve that.
They took it off of like a
It's
kitchen
the
implement or
butcher's
something.
knife. Yeah,
The
it's
butcher's knife. Yeah.
Butcher's cleaver.
All right. Let's see here. After that, Kolo, if he did do any scroll finagling with that robes, that would require half of rank 1 scroll, I believe. So 4 gold. You'll need the 4 gold for that. To do that and on the shield he has.
Mm-hmm. Imagine you're handling that.
Yeah, move some over.
Mhm.
Kaz will need some funds for brewing.
Yeah. Needs to brew some potions for all you cowards.
Brews, and they come in batches of 4, so that's pretty good. It's half the cost, so I don't know. Let's save what, 15 to 20 gold. Probably needs that.
I'm sure mechanically for the adventure, it's probably the smart decision we could have made, but for roleplay purposes, I don't I don't.
And then we got
Embrace the
like
death.
20 gold for Faye, for anything they would need.
Well,
I'm sure they want a striking rune eventually.
yeah.
Yeah, we
Sorry, I
just
was muted this whole time.
Hey.
I'll take whatever you'll give me.
So how many
Alright.
like +1s do we have like floating around on our equipment? Like
Anyway,
I've
plus
got,
+1.
and I got 2.
One with Phaedrith.
on a Phaedrith. So that's 4. I mean, okay, so that's everyone but Colo that needs one. To have
That's
like
right.
a +1
Mr.
weapon.
Go
now.
doesn't need one of those things.
And then we just bought 2 striking runes.
Yes, so yeah, you guys take the striking runes off the party sheet, so I know they're gone.
Okay.
Gone to good use. Slide them in.
I'm
Kaz,
taking them.
Well, I can
Kaz,
still
take
wait. I feel like
take
we'll
15 of that gold pieces.
Yay.
And
feel
then
like
do
we'll
we have
still, like,
anything
find
else we
striking
can sell?
runes on
I'm gonna take 16. No, I'm gonna take 18. Now we have a
Okay.
round number.
I did learn this. We could sell this. Sell that comprehend languages spell. That'll get us half. That gives us 6 more gold.
This alchemy tools that I took off the dude, I'll just throw it in there. I don't need it.
Good tools.
Azumar might be using those.
I want to pick up a property rune too eventually. Can I
We
take
already
this
have a
other
property
striking rune, or is this other striking rune for Phaedrith?
That is for you.
Oh, 2 for me?
No, you get one striking rune.
You get one striking room.
Okay.
For him here, you get the other one.
I want 2.
Well, does
I want
Phaedrith? I assume Phaedrith wants it too. That's what I'm saying. Like, I can hold off if Phaedrith wants it.
No. We want the barbarian having striking. Give over the
Yeah.
All right, I'll do a ton of damage. Fine.
I don't think
Give
you got
it
a
to
weapon
me,
to
I
put
can
it
have
on
2.
yet.
Well, yeah, I don't. I need to wait until. I need to wait a week for my.
Faye will be asking for, horse armor before we know it.
I think they already have horse armor.
I think we did give them.
They
barding.
already have barding.
Yes, but there's upgrades to barding.
True. Well, all the armor stuff is like level 5 and up, so it's no like you can't get better armor yet.
Alright. So let's sell the scroll. So convert that into money, GM.
The scroll?
Yes, the scroll.
Sure.
It's in my magic book. We don't need it no more.
Down to 6 it goes. Sell that with Ezekiel. He gives you 6 for it.
Alright, we need 35 more gold. to get
I have
Faye.
7 gold pieces on me.
What
I
is
have
Faye
8.
wearing that's 254 gold worth?
Plate armor.
What am I
Yeah.
wearing?
Okay, that's 50 of it.
The returning star knife.
Turning starting. Okay, that's another 70. Okay, I need another 120.
I'm not at liberty to discuss the other things. Between
I'm not-
smoke and unidentified
I'm-
objects.
Mr.
I'm not
Cole
selling-
is going back and rooting through the room.
I'm not selling this. This is going in my room.
Okay,
It's a nice
right.
number.
Well, that'll be our saving fund, I guess.
But I do have 7 gold if we need it for something.
Well, if we do some jobs for the Builders League.
Yeah, we could go do work and get money. Because I still need to wait a week to get the weapon I ordered, just to have like the base.
Yep.
Take 1 day to heal, and then
Sure. You guys, so there's multiple ways for you guys to earn some income. One of them is literally just earn income, the downtime activity. But if you guys actually wanted to go do jobs, there's multiple things around Graydirge, that have been placed around. Casimir.
Oh.
I assume you guys head back to your state after you do all this purchasing, by the way.
Yes, I'm very exciting. I buy lots of ingredients for my soups.
Sounds good. Casimir, I do have to ask you something.
What's up?
You are aware that the governor wants something exotic, correct?
Yeah. Is the governor? He's dead, right? Like he's undead.
It's Seven Stomachs, yeah, the big,
Yeah.
remember the big
okay,
ghoul?
Yeah. What's that guy?
Yeah, that's the High Governor.
I just want to make sure there wasn't another governor lying around somewhere. But yeah, I do remember him. Yeah,
Probably inside of
Probably-
one of his stomachs.
Yeah,
Probably
from
inside
one of the
him.
other
True,
6 stomachs,
true,
yeah.
True, true.
Berline calls him Lord Gorefart, if you wanted to call him that instead.
Gorefart. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's a couple of different ways that you can do that, but you do have 2 uncommon meals that
Two
you have.
uncommon meals.
Yeah, which would classify as rarities.
What would those be, Adamara?
The Morbid Obedience and Sweet Ghastly Dream.
Oh, the cookbooks I have.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you. Oh, okay.
Be your taste tester.
The question is if you're willing to make it.
So tell me a bit about morbid obedience. Is that what you called it? That's what it was?
Yes. So,
Tell me a bit about the dishes.
so it all comes from Sweet Ghastly Dream.
Okay.
The recipe for Sweet Ghastly Dream you have, it inflicts morbid obedience.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
So you need 3 things to make Sweet Ghastly Dream, which is a rare, well, an uncommon, but a relatively exotic food. You need fertile mucus, tears of the living, and chunk of the unknown.
What's that? What is that?
Would you like look into the recipe for that?
Yeah,
or make
yeah.
you can also make a lore check on like witches, or cooking lore.
Let me
Cooking
see what
lore
I
or
have.
esoteric
I have
would work.
cooking lore. I'll have esoteric.
Literally esoteric, so
I'll use your hero point for that.
Yeah.
I'm either falling asleep or ending soon. One of the
yeah.
There we go. Fucking
So-
natural 20.
Yeah, I can tell you. So, for one, you're gonna know how this works. You know how Sweet Ghastly Dream functions once ingested because it's used in Corpse Light. This is the mixture that you add in. That is, no, they do not share the recipe around in Corpse Light. You didn't even know it right before this moment. It is no taste, odorless, but it has tiny little shiny sparkles of color that are pink. Now, what it does is once consumed, it gives the creature a +1 status bonus to all mental and fear effects for the day. But the moment that they go to bed, they get in morbid obedience. And they fall deeper and deeper into the disease that makes them completely subservient and like dream stated, right? The thing that
Yes.
happens to the corpse-like people.
Yeah.
What
I miss Corpse Light. Things were so much easier back there.
right?
Cass reminisces.
Yeah, you reminisce of the docile cattle of people. But
So much easier.
fertile mucus is soil from a place where water stays stagnant and plants grow naturally, which are full of good nutrients. A handful of this mucus is required. Tears of the living? Yeah,
It's easy.
yeah,
I can get those myself.
yeah. The last one, chunk of the unknown, is broad, but is a common use in many brews. It is any part, any chunk of flesh, or organs in particular, from an extraplanar. Fae, psychopomp, fiend.
Explainer.
Yes.
Oh, do we still have the fairy in the basement?
They're dead though, aren't they?
Does it have to be a living?
There's an invisible psychopomp living among us, but we don't know where it is because it's invisible. And
I don't want to
think-
cook that psychopomp though.
No, that's our friend.
Yeah. I mean, if the fairy corpse is down there, I'll use that.
I don't think it was a fairy. I think it just.
Look like a fairy.
I think so.
What other extra planers have we run into that I could possibly use?
There was a troll in the garden. That's not extra planar though.
No.
I think they left too. I don't know if they're still out there.
I think the best bet would be the psychopomp. I don't know how to.
Can I do a recall knowledge on the skull fairy?
Yeah, absolutely you can.
It might have been, yeah.
Are they Fae? What are their types?
A skull fairy is a shadow.
Oh,
That is its
that's still
only
kind of
type.
unknown.
Spooky. What would like be able to substitute for it? You know, like substitute almond butter for butter. Kind of, you know?
That is the substitute is like a fae rather than a psychopomp rather than a that kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
The extra planar is what
Um,
gives it the messy part of it. There are
Phaedrus is kind of extra planar. He's a
Mm,
fetchling. He's like half shadow and half shadow plane.
yeah, that's true.
Just take an organ from one of your party members.
Yeah, I don't think he'd mind. I'll
But
be
like
into
the
it.
skull fairy is shadow also.
No, the shadow is I think it is like a ghost thing, right? That's an extra planar, isn't it?
Shadows come from the netherworld.
That's technically extra planar, right?
I believe they're in a classification of otherworldly. Yes.
I mean, if a psychopomp is otherworldly, then so is shadow.
I would love to use the fairy corpse. That's possible.
It's only been like a week.
It's
A few days.
it is vague at best on if shadows are their own typing, but it specifies that shadows are undead.
Oh.
So it probably wouldn't count.
Yeah.
I'll ask Phaedrus for a kidney, I guess. I'll take him as like, half extra planar, you know what I mean?
When a half-baked thing for the High Governor.
I don't got an extra planar on me, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, I could ask I don't want to kill our psychopomp dog. I kind of like him. Maybe he'll give me some of his
I
skin.
mean, we can also go hunting for something.
Hunting for something. Do you think this creature that's attacking the
I think
Tower
it's a
of
psychopomp.
Cleansing is? Do you think it's a psychopomp?
That's what I think.
Okay.
Did that halfling tell us how long ago that happened?
No. The conversation was cut short.
No. What if the psychopomp dog actually went to the Tower of Cleansing?
That's my thought right
Yeah,
there.
but yeah, we haven't seen it, so.
So maybe we rest up for the day, check on the Bills League, go to the Tower of Cleansing.
I think that might be a good play. Maybe that might. I think that would. Yeah. I think that might be a good idea. Hunt the creature. Hopefully, it's an extra planar. Kill it. Bring it back. Cook it up. Yum yum in the tum tum.
You got a week, or at least some time at least. You imagine before you're going to be summoned for dinner. You hope. Smile.
Okay. Yeah, I will get everything else prepared until then. I think everything else is relatively easy to find. Like the mucus, I can go to that lake, the body of water.
Or this pond right outside our building.
Yeah, the pond. I'll just think about. I don't know what will make Kaz cry. Dang, I don't know if anything will make Kaz cry. I feel like he's so fucked up.
They're better fresh. You can
Who's a good
build it
crier? Oh, I'll cut some onions. That's easy. It's fine.
Pull a nose hair.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just cut some onions. It's okay.
Well, if you guys are willing to relax for the rest of the day and let kind of things mull over in Graydirge, let them do the celebration, let them run some propaganda, all that good stuff, right? On your behalf.
Yeah.
In that case, you guys can heal up to full, because I imagine Dr. Colo, you go around and heal people?
Yes.
Okay. And you do have corpse stitcher, correct?
I do.
Okay, so you can heal a Polish too. Perfect.
I can also harm myself to full.
To get there, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. All right. In that case, do we have anything else that you guys want to do over the course of the first day of downtime?
I want want to cook.
What would you like to cook?
I am going to see how this works out. First of all,
Mhm.
I'm going to try to make. Is there a DC on these? I'm gonna try to make a numbing tonic. Those are like healing without vitality, and those are kind of nice.
Sure.
Casimir,
Yes.
you have some time to talk.
Of course, come into my kitchen as I
Okay.
make things in my cauldron.
So, your sister, she says it all right. I just figured you might want to know. But that's not exactly why I'm here. Kind of awkward to ask about. So you know how your sister kind of told us how she was on a mission from her mother to, poison Graydirge to be able to
Yes.
poison the living, right?
Mm-hmm.
And their goal was kind of to kill the living.
Mm-hmm.
And it got me thinking, with how you've been acting around undead, have you been tasked by your mother to kill the undead in Graydirge?
No. I just do not like undead.
Oh,
Nothing against you, Elish, or Faithreth. It's just they are very oppressive to us living, as you know. And not being a
yeah.
cleric of Ergothoa, it's
Yeah, I get that.
yeah, I don't necessarily say I hate all undead. I just hate the oppression and the I don't even know what to call it. The undead archery, if that makes sense. Of
Dictatorship.
the dictatorship of the Geb is cool, but
the
the ruling class oppression of those who are beneath them.
Yeah. I rolled a private sense motive.
I sent the number to you, Muffin, on what Alish rolled. And you can get
What are we
based off
sense
that.
motivating?
Are you
What are we
telling the
doing?
truth about not being sent by your mother to kill the undead in Graydirge?
Let me check what my diplomacy is.
It's Deception DC.
Oh. Casimir is telling the truth.
Okay. That's great. Because, me being an Argothoan and all that, hating undead, I can understand that sometimes, but, like, if you were here to kill the undead, that's also the citizenry, and they can't have that,
Oh no,
not for
I
Gab's sake.
don't think all undead are bad. It's just the ones in position of power who misuse it.
Yeah, so we just need to get in position of power ourselves.
Yes.
Yeah. Listen, I got plenty of plans for food, so don't worry about that.
Okay, well, I like food and I worry about it, so.
Yeah, we just need to convince people that we need to grow more food. We grow more food, we have more quick. We have more quick, we have more dead to eat the quick, right? And like maybe we
Okay.
could get rid of all of the dead, all the quick that are in farms and stuff like that. Make them free range, tastier even. And then maybe because we still need to farm them, we set up a lottery
Yes.
where people say, "Hey, we will provide you with food and housing and rights, but in exchange, you sign up for a lottery, and then every year, so many people get called, and they're then fed to the dead."
Have you ever been to one of these free range farms?
No, I see the world as my free range farm.
I used to work on these free. I used to have my own free range farm of these human livestock.
Did they do work?
No. They
Imagine if they could, though. What if they had the ability to, actually farm themselves?
They are. No, they should not have to do labor when they are in the position that they are in. It would be inhumane, I believe, to do that.
But what if they were not in that position anymore? What if they were just like you and former me?
I think you misunderstand a lot of the livestock that I looked after. They
I'm saying-
often came willingly. They wanted to be there.
Why?
Because on the
Because
farms
Gab
we have,
isn't great. Anyway.
we have something on the farms that we use to give people, that we feed them, that puts them into a state of bliss and stupor and just makes them happy. A lot of the
Oh.
times that is much easier for people to deal with than being in Gip. When they cannot face the horrors and the realities of the world, a lot of people will turn to drugs, and the wrenches are able to provide that and eventually a release from it.
So if we can improve their standing in Geb by providing them rights, food, and shelter, then they wouldn't need to go to those farms.
I guess it would depend.
I'm not saying that this is something that would be, an easy fix. It'd be something that would take
No,
many
I
years,
understand.
but
My father was one of the my stepfather, or adopted father, was one of the cattle I would take care of on the ranch. He seemed very happy, and I don't know if I would want to take it away from him or not. It just, I don't know. I think it's a very complicated subject.
I think hiding from the realities kind of muddies the waters there.
I don't know. You should see them smile.
Those are smiles they put on only because they are drugged.
They seem genuine to me.
Oh, thank you. It's good to hear that you're not secretly working for your mother. That's,
I'm not. No. I fled my mother's teachings, I guess, a few years ago. We are not on good terms. That is how I lost my leg, actually. In order to leave mother's cabin, you have to leave a piece of yourself behind to do so.
Oh. So you didn't insult your mother by saying that her eyes were the same color as, hers.
No, I cut off my leg.
Okay. I don't know how family interactions normally work.
All of the family interactions I have ever had have been very, very bad.
Well, mine were pretty good.
Oh, that's
Tasty,
good.
even.
I don't know if I ever told you. Your sister, Hasty.
Hmm?
I have a brother that is quite like her, actually.
Oh yeah?
Yes, he's a ghost-looking skeleton. His name is Nabumi.
Nabumi. That's... They can't eat. That sounds sad.
It is very sad, but he was one of my only companions when I got locked in the attic.
I gotta go. I gotta find something to eat.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Sorry. Your other leg is starting to look kind of delicious, so I should probably leave.
I'm sure it is delicious.
Don't tempt me, photo.
All right.
Halflings just do have their legs out all the time.
Halflings are incredibly tasty.
Yeah,
They got
yeah.
them like they're like lucky rabbits.
No, it's true. It's
Chomp,
true.
chomp.
Yeah, delicious.
And then Halish will kind of just go off and try to find something to eat.
Something in the forest or the surrounding regions of the estate.
Yeah, something, anything.
Wriggling meat's hard to come by.
Yeah.
Very hard to come by around this area. Rotted, stinking. You crave a bite from the Graydirge meat market, if anything.
He'd make his way there if he knows that it's gonna be hard.
Yeah, you're dead
Hunting.
now.
Yeah.
If there was like a really happy music to play over like your walk there, the sun's shining. It's not shining, it's cloudy, gray, mucky. The grass is green. It's actually sickly, gross, but you shamble your way into the walled city of Graydirge. You walk right past the big old line where everyone looks by as the dead walks on through. They don't give you a second mind. You hear this buzzing that comes through your head when you realize you have a companion in your other eye socket. There's a fly. It's laid its eggs.
A fly family.
Oh.
You're gonna have maggots soon.
Oh. Wonderful.
And you just begin to saunter through the city.
Hmm.
Excellent. If you want to just drop a couple of your coins, I imagine, on some fresh hands, feet.
Yeah, maybe an arm and a leg.
Yeah,
or something.
arm and leg, make your way back. You have a bite to go. It's delicious. Nibble on the nails.
Yeah. How much do you think? 2 gold would give me a few days?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I actually have a price for the meat market. Hold on.
Oh, good.
All right, what are you looking for? There's animal
say
meat, living meat, and blood bottles.
7 days of... I can do animal if it's cheaper.
It's just like
Absolutely is.
different flavored rations, right?
Yeah.
Animal meat's only 5 copper a pop.
Oh.
Living meat is 2 silver.
Let's do 7 days of animal and then 1 day of living.
Water, blood bottles, keep you hydrated.
Not just yet. Maybe later.
It had electrolytes.
Yeah, they're filled with delicious nutrients.
Is that really necessary for zombies, though?
Oh, it keeps it flowing. Keeps it all flowing.
I mean, I could just eat someone when I'm in combat later on, right? And I could just get their blood.
Are you
Yeah.
newly undead, sir? We have
Yeah,
these
man.
supplements. We've been.
Sounds like you're not aware of, availability. You're gonna be walking down the street and you're gonna see some living folk, and you're gonna go, "Oh man, I really want a bite of." And
I find myself around living or other dead.
oh yeah, you're gonna want one of these to suck on down as soon as you come close to them.
Yeah.
You heard their heartbeat in your head yet?
No, I just have some flies.
Oh man. No, what you want to do? This little trick. I learned. You want to get your favorite bone to chew on. You want to take a blood bottle. You want to dip the blood bottle, and you just want to like it's a rib.
Oh,
Keep you sated the whole night.
I do have a sack of bones.
Oh, there you go. So haven't I seen you before?
You can also
yeah, I was
those
here.
bone shards.
I was quick not too long ago. I had bought some hands from you.
Oh, looking good. No wonder you look so fresh.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll pick one of those bottles of blood. How much is that for?
1 silver a pop.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Hey, remember, look alive.
Yeah.
He poof, hits you on the shoulder. You feel your bones rattle in your meat. All right, you get some warm blood vials and make your way out.
Yep.
Excellent.
Got some blood, some animal, and a little bit of quick.
Saunter on your way back.
Yeah.
Excellent. Before long, you're back. Casimir, what'd you cook?
I'm cooking.
What are
So
you
I
cooking?
think the way crafting works is I take 1 day and I make a batch of 3, right?
Yep.
Gang, he knows about crafting. Okay. So this is gonna be day 1. Fantastic.
Hey!
Look at me go. If it is successful, each additional dice by crafter reduces the materials needed to complete the item by your amount based on your level +1 and your crafting.
You
The
can pay the
days until
5
no
silver
cost.
4 gold and just immediately have them all
Uh-huh.
done in 1 day.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. Cool. I think if I pay 5 silver pieces and 4 GP, I can tell the material costs and craft them.
Yeah, you have to pay like half the cost and then either time to craft it or
Oh,
money to
discount
craft the
per
remainder.
day.
Yeah.
I see.
The discount that you're getting right now is that it's literally half price. Buying 3 of these would be 9 gold.
Oh, I see.
But for you, it's only 4 gold, 5 silver.
Okay, I'll do that then.
Sure.
I'll just finish them because there's other things I want to craft.
Click the pay 5 silver. Yeah, there you go. And now you have 3
Hooray.
elixirs of life. You
They
brew,
go in my
stew, broil,
inventory?
and bubble.
Yeah.
What
Yep,
are your
you
elixirs of
just-
life look like?
They
Yeah.
look like the most witchy shit possible. Like, there's probably like fingernails floating in there.
They
It
come
probably
with a
looks like
little
really
sp-
like
Sorry.
blood with fingernails and like an eye of newt or something.
Does it come with a little spider ring that you get after
It
you
comes
like
with
pop?
a little spider ring. Yeah,
Little
there's a little
plastic
spider
spider
ring
ring?
on
Hell
there.
yeah.
Yeah. They look just like we bought them from Spirit Halloween. And in the kitchen, there's just cackling.
Someone's
witch
in the
cackling.
kitchen.
Excellent.
Someone's in the kitchen.
And Mr.
It's the
Colo,
first day.
Mr. Colo, how are you doing on the first day? What are you doing?
I'm going to inscribe 2 spells upon one on the robes and one on my what's this called? Targ.
Sounds good. Caster's Targe? Yeah.
Yep.
Sounds good. How much does it cost?
Half the scroll cost.
Perfect.
4 gold in total.
4 gold? Cool.
Yeah,
Knock
for
that
the
off.
2 first levels.
Perfect. And Grimnir, what would you like to do?
I think mostly just resting, healing the wounds.
Okay.
I'll go for some walks along the property sometimes.
You definitely can't help
Other
it.
than that, oh, go ahead.
You definitely can't help it. Maybe it's because of your past. There's always another fight. It's not about if, it's about when, right?
Mm.
But no more likely have you felt as though a fight is on the horizon or a fight was less dealt with, less handled. There wasn't something in the open air, something hanging over you, than dealing with Kaz's sister.
Mm.
You can't help but feel as though there's something still coming.
Mhm. And yeah, so yeah, just very quiet, relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
A couple days just to get the majority of the wounds sealed up and good to go, patched up. Goes on walks. I think there's a few times where nobody can find him for a bit, and then he just shows up. Some secret stuff.
Sure.
And then
I know what
yeah.
that is.
Mm.
Okay. And with that, the first day would be done. Let me bring you guys over to the next day. Make sure to heal your guys up.
Right.
What would you guys want to do on the second day?
And continue to craft.
Sure. A reminder is that you guys can heal yourselves up to full. Kolo would have healed you.
Oh, right.
Yep. A reminder that you can do downtime, which is only 8 hours, and do other stuff during the day.
Okay.
It's all what's in a question of what would you like to do for your downtime during the day, and would you like to do anything actively during the day? For example, if you just wanted to earn income in Graydirge, you can tell me what you want to try to do. You can roll for that, and then we can tell me anything else you want to do over the day. Good.
Definitely still need money, so yeah, we'll probably do some of that.
You want to do some earning income?
I think so, yeah.
All right. What would you like to do? You have ideas? Go with your own contacts. You could sell something.
I'm gonna take heavy things and put them somewhere.
Classic.
Or sort of.
No, I don't know. I can't think of anything really cool.
No, then it works. There's a few places for that in Graydirge. Question is where, and where would be safe for a living person? You know who moves things? The Builders League.
You're right, they do.
Oh man. Oh
I
man,
wish
I'm gonna run into a little barren guy, aren't I?
Hellish would go there with you.
Okay. Why?
He wants to talk to them, figure out what's going on with the tower, as well as if the party's okay with it, hand
You're
over
looking-
the
Looking for rumors.
Yeah.
As your so as you guys make your way over to the Builders League Enclave, I imagine you'd go to, trying to find where they're kind of situated out here.
Yeah.
Yeah. In that case, where you would find them is closer towards the old textile market, which is ironic because usually the quick are the ones that depend on the cheaply produced textiles from the tanneries. But undead do make their way through often and go down into the catacombs. That's the first indication that the Builders League's around that area. But more than anything, there is a large section of the Builders League specifically around this section beyond the meat market and around the textile area. They don't have this big, like, elaborate building. They don't have anything like that. Instead, it's like basically walking onto a construction site and asking for work, right? You go to where the work is and ask what you can be doing. As you make your way up, you can see that they're doing some maintenance on the section of the wall where there is this large overarching design made of this giant colossal bones made up of smaller ones. And this creature smiles up at you. As you can see that they're the ones waving their hands and have this big, long, gnarled hand that is bony. And they look up towards you. Hair draped to the bottom, large workers' clothes on them, and a tongue that is covered in thorns with icy blue eyes.
What are you doing on here? What are you doing here? You looking for work? You're big, meaty, strong, or are you my lunch?
Work.
Are you here for the tower? Tower of cleansing? You look like you've got some meat on you. Weapon at your side? Or are you here to help fix the wall? It's the wall.
Nice. The wall. But tell me more of this tower.
Some kind of scavenger creatures. They nest near it. Attack it every day. We send people die. We send dead. Well, dead.
Double dead.
Double dead, you get it. We would appreciate anyone going by, and they'll be compensated on repairing the Tower of Cleansing. Otherwise, we've had to resort to working with more archaic terms below ground.
My allies and I might be interested in solving your problem.
Perfect. Finding the Tower of Cleansing is easy enough. Easy, just beyond this wall. Beyond it, you'll find the Tower of Cleansing. What you really want to work for, and what we'll pay you for, is dealing with the nest of creatures. Yes, the creatures you see are what we want dead. Kill them, kill their children, kill their babies, make sure they don't continue to reproduce, they won't become an issue. We don't want to see them now, we don't want to see them in 10 years, we don't want to see them in 100 years.
that might cost extra to ensure that they will not return for hundreds of years.
Nah, you get the drill. As long as the same creature's never seen from again, or their children's children, or their children's children's children. No blood of their blood. Vein of their vein.
Can you describe the creatures?
None have been seen, no, but every time we find bodies that we picked up, they're hacked to pieces. They're big, whatever they are, big enough to stumble and break the section of the Tower of Cleansing, which is made out of metal, you see. And to break in and take. We assume they take the gore, bring it back to their nest.
Yeah, I was gonna ask what would they want to take from there?
Meat, you see, meat. Meat that could be going to the meat markets. Serving to plentiful people who are starving, you see. Look at these quick. Look at these dead. All around you, they're starving. Find the wooden spine, find the cages, find the meat, find the bones. Sooner we get more building pieces, we need to repair this wall. Yes, repair this wall. But the meat, yes, meat's also good. But you want to lift for now. Lift big things, put them back down.
He'll kind of stretch, crack his neck.
Very well, we'll pay you modicumly. Yes, modicumly. And you, are you here to work too?
No. I have something for the Builders League that someone of the higher ups might be interested in. It concerns the bank.
The break-in, yes? Break-in,
More like ownership.
Yes, it's, Kinderling looks left and right with their icy, glowing eyes. That's beyond any of us at the moment here. That's for Governor speak. Governor, yes.
Okay.
But
I will.
if you have something for us, yes, something for us.
Well, it's
They lean forward.
technically-
I can take it to him.
I love.
I
If
would
I
not
go
mind
with
at
you.
all.
Don't do it. Then he'll get the credit. You want the credit, Lish.
I do not plan to pass this credit off to you, if that's what you're thinking.
Credit. No, you found it, you did. You are finder of thing. Whatever this mysterious thing is. But you need a Builders League member, that's why you come to me, don't you?
I need someone in high authority of the Builders League to take a look at it.
The only one of authority here in Graydirge is the governor, and of course myself. Myself, yes, the highest ranking member of the Builders League here.
Oh, you are the highest of the Builders League?
Yes,
he is.
Vernata Xenopha.
I am going to do a sense motive on that.
Yeah.
Go for it.
definitely. I'll do it too. Or I can aid you. Hold on, let me just aid you.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Blah, aid toggle?
You can roll me any roll.
You can
Okay,
like
any roll.
tug my robe or something.
Tug your robe?
Off.
Let's get my
Hooked up?
attention and tell me no, he's lying.
Okay, let me think here. Survival, stealth, occultism, intimidation, athletics, or acrobatics. I could do a flip. No.
Survival would work. Perception would work.
Oh, yeah, I'll do perception. Yeah, I'm just kind of trying to gauge his.
Roll me your own sense motive then, because then I'll use that as the aid to Halish.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
we got there.
Perfect. That is a success. Halish, you get a +1. Halish, you get the feeling Vernetta here definitely wants the credit no matter what.
Yeah.
What they believe that being the Builders League member that shows up, they're going to be put onto this project, whatever thing it is. They're interested in what you have to say, especially if it has to concern the bank, considering that seems to be something that's completely off their radar. You think that you've just given them their big ticket forward. You also get the feeling that the Builders League really doesn't have much in Graydirge, And while they're saying that they're the highest ranking member in Graydirge, you get the feeling that's not the usual case. Or they're not very high ranking, but they're technically the highest ranking Graydirge right now.
Yeah, in your 30-foot area,
Yeah.
he's definitely the highest because he's in charge of this place.
Based
Or
off
this
of your
town.
sense motive, you get the feeling that if it has something to do with the ownership, the governor's the one that is able to, on his own, completely enact that kind of thing.
That's 7 stomachs, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well we're gonna go meet him with him anyway, so you can bring him up there if you want.
If you did not want to involve a member of the Builders League in it, you get the feeling that just they believe that they're gonna either try to cut you out as the middleman the best that they can,
I
or
think I'll leave this guy out of it.
they're
And then if
trying
we
to not
actually
get cut out as the middleman.
are able to free up Ekana, or whatever her name is. If we can free her, then maybe we could have her be our middleman to the governor, and then she would then owe us even more than this guy would.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, you know what? Never mind. I was mistaken. It looks like the paper that I was looking at was actually not for the bank. It was for like an ice cream parlor.
You sure?
Yeah.
Can I not tongue you to find out more answers?
What?
That's
He's already doing that right. He's doing that right.
I don't swing
Now you ruined this guy's day. He thought he was gonna
I
have a big day.
appreciate the desire to taste, but no, thank you.
Very well. Go then. Off with you. Be off with thee.
Yeah, Hillish nods and then he heads off.
Waste of meat. Meat waster. You there. Big one. Still want to work?
Yes.
Work you will then.
Take my mind off things.
Wave you towards the wall.
You know what to do, I assume? Listen to the dead?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna act like I don't have a background in the Builders League and just keep a head low.
Sounds
But
good.
I do everything impeccably.
Yeah. Do you have the earn income ready?
Yeah. How many is just level 4 or?
Yeah, Graydirge is level 4, like is above level 4, so you can roll level 4. And then you can do either athletics or architecture
Oh. Let's see.
for Builders League stuff.
Would it be? It might be a lower DC if I did architecture.
It won't be, but you can treat it as a higher level if you do architecture.
But she doesn't.
You'll get more money.
Oh, okay. No, we
Architects
just-
get paid more than the manual labor, you see.
I see. No, but I don't want to let them know how smart I am.
Sure,
So,
yeah, athletics it is.
I'll use my dumb muscles.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so just for one day. Let's see.
One day, yeah.
Maybe I'll come back tomorrow too. Let's see. How many days we have? Okay. I will disarm them. No.
No!
Armor check penalty. Why do I have an armor check penalty?
You can take off your armor for this.
That's weird.
You're wearing a big piece of wood.
That's true, but I thought I have enough strength that I don't get the penalty.
Oh, yeah, no, so it should be already, like, unticked whenever it pops up.
It says it's ticked.
Oh.
That's weird.
Well,
No, wait.
Yeah.
Wait, that's weird. Okay. Yeah, I'll take it off.
Yeah.
It's easy enough.
Mhm.
Okay, here we go.
There you
Should
go.
it be hidden?
No, none at all.
Hey, I got a gold!
There you go. You get one
Look at
gold.
me, I could go buy an ice cream.
There you go. Take this. Buy something, yes? Gold for you, 1 gold.
Nice.
Tongues it to you.
Yeah, pretty good.
Alright. I just need to do 35 more days. And then I can, with a critical success,
Yay.
mind you, like I have to
Yeah.
get 60 to get a gold.
Now
Right.
you know what it's like to be out in these streets.
And I can get a fundamental, or I can get the rune I need. So by the
Mhm.
time my hammer gets here, I can get the
Absolutely.
wrecking in it.
Perfect. All right. And Cola, what did you want to do in this day?
Oh, but we got we know where the tower is now.
You definitely know where the tower is, yes.
All right, cool.
Maybe we'll do that tomorrow.
Yeah, that sounds good. Down.
Okay. Do you have anything else you guys want to do? Is that actually, was this still in the first day?
I think this is the second day. you
Second
said.
day.
Yeah.
Second day?
It's just
Yeah. Cola, what did you want to do?
You made scrolls, I think, the first day.
Yeah. Basically, was first day. Second day I could assist with Cass's
Cooking?
alchemy making.
Sure.
Yes, cooking.
Sure.
That way I ate him.
Easy enough.
Most likely to fail his role.
That's fine. And would there be anything that you want to do, Halish? Like downtime wise? You can do some priest work?
I would like to. How long does it take? You said like
Is there a
2.5 days
temple to Urgathoa here?
There's a
There
temple
is.
of Urgathoa in every place in Gep.
Oh, okay. Oh, I guess you're already familiar there.
Mm-hmm. Celebrants.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you sent it, brother. Yay! They probably have enough ready for you.
I would like to spend 3 days learning Umbral Mind Theft from Stitch Skull.
Okay.
Shit.
Yeah, you spend the 8 hours there, then you go out into the light. 8 hours there, go back into the light, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Sounds good. All right, you'll spend the first of your 3 days of learning, and the next day, you guys are planning to go see the Tower of Cleansing.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, as long as we, do we want to have like the weapons like thing? Because I guess I could put.
You could take the +1 from the scythe now if you want to put on your current sword, but then you'd have to pay again to put on your other bigger sword.
Right, but like we're going to we're gonna go fight some things. Like you want to be like up to snuff for that, right?
Yeah. You could also just wield the scythe.
No.
The sickle, you mean? In
Up to you if you,
Yes,
if
yes,
you want to do
yes.
that or not.
Yeah.
We have enough coin to like survive the transfer if we had to transfer twice. So.
How much does that cost? It costs 10%, right?
Yeah, 10%.
So for the strike unit, that's 6.5 gold. Well, we still need the +1, but the +1, so it's 3 gold to transfer to the maroon.
I think
10%
so
of the maroon
for.
cost.
I think so. Yeah.
So 9.5 gold is it?
Yeah, I have 8 gold. So yeah, why don't I just do that, and then I could just move that onto the new weapon when I get it.
Yeah, we have a little bit of extra.
Okay, that's not too bad. I mean, I don't know what else I'd use this gold for right now. So I'll just take. Oh yeah, I'll take 1 gold out of the party stash, and then I will get striking. I will make this longsword +1 striking.
And I will make.
Wait, so
these-
what rune is coming off of what for?
It's going to be +1 rune off of the scythe.
Okay.
What sort of things are we killing at this thing? Did you...
I mean, it sounds there's going to be monsters. Like
Oh, okay.
Right?
I didn't know if he was very specific on what.
we're going to fight like a nest
what they
of
were.
monsters. Like I want to kill them efficiently.
All right.
So +1 striking. Cool.
Maneuvering out of Graydirge, simple enough. Finding the Tower of Cleansing, simple enough. About, you'd say, maybe 1,000 feet from Graydirge's walls to the southeast, you would find this rustic yet impressive structures. It's a grouping of them. It's not just one Tower of Cleansing. When they say Tower of Cleansing, it's a grouping of them. They are these 20-foot tall cylindrical cages. As described, they have these like skin-like blades to the top, and you can see the winds rushing through the hills in these areas. They almost seem to react to it, resembling horizontal windmills. The rotation transmitted by gears in a wooden spine allows the blades at the base of the tower to strip and knead pieces of corpses previously deposited. Before you, the immense tower no longer turns. Its mechanism appears to be stuck at the corpse disposal level, struggling against the force of the wind coming from above. Hearing the harsh, creaking sound of the central wooden pillar as it battles the wind's force, you fear the tower could break any day now if it stays in this state. Far from being concerned about the situation of the mill, there are some scavengers that glance at you, ready to defend this feeding source. A couple of normal-sized vultures and the like that are picking at the unfiltered corpses that are stuck halfway through. Their faces stare out at you, the vultures and the people that have not been churned yet.
Is there someone around that like manages the windmills?
It's relatively abandoned.
Someone's got to feed the corpses in there, right?
Absolutely. However, as you look around, the one thing that your nose does pick up, a lot of blood has been spilled in this area recently.
Okay. Or is it like a thing where they like bring them like in the morning and then by that they could come collect all the goodies later once it like churned through the bodies? Is that?
Ain't it fucked?
Well, so there doesn't have to be a person here on duty checking them out. They bring them in, they set them in there.
There 100% should be a person on duty. They 100% also should be working. With your smell and your perception, your survival, fresh blood was spilled here, and it wasn't in the towers.
Okay. Guess we should look for some tracks then. Something.
You're gonna give me a survival check.
Sure. Does anyone have better than an 8?
You kidding me? No.
I am a survivor.
You're a survivalist?
Yes, how else you think I got to this?
I used to have a documentary. I can assist you. I'll just aid.
You both can also roll. This one in particular.
I am untrained. I don't think
I do not help you.
We are close to the end of the session.
Yeah.
If you want to hero point.
That man's very wrong.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. I got these points.
Never mind, I went down.
How much mine is gonna go?
Maybe yours will go up.
Hopefully. Hey, I got what you got. So.
Would you consider this a farm?
Yes.
A flesh farm.
I will try to aid with my farming lore skill.
In any other nation, no. but in Geb, yes.
This is just farming equipment. Hey.
So you're not gonna learn the same things that they learn, if that's okay. You're gonna learn one. It's the mass of meat that has been battered and beaten. There are sections of the wooden pillar that appear to have been chopped in twine and like smashed into. Pieces of the actual tower itself, the cages, have been ripped open so that creatures can dip their heads in and break in and eat. One thing's for certain, Halish, whatever did this, did it with a slicing motion, and they were very big, like as big as Grimnir.
Would you say as big as the creature that we freed from the bank?
No, way bigger.
Oh.
Okay.
As for Grimnir, there is the tracks of at least 10 large-sized creatures that surrounded this place. And they seem to be making a habit of coming to and fro. It looks like they come in, kill, maim, eat, leave. Wake up the next day, fresh meat.
Oh man, I never picked up my stuff from when I went unconscious. I have to pick up every javelin individually? Hold on.
That's why you never hold your scythe when you're in combat. You don't have to pick it up later.
Okay.
All
All
you
right.
can
Yeah.
very easily pick up the
I'll
tracks and follow it.
Okay. I think they lead this way.
There is a gore trail.
Follow that.
Okay. It leads south out of Graydirge
Okay.
to the plains and the rocky hills.
Out of Graydirge. Oh, okay. So this is kind of relatively near Graydirge,
Yes.
and then okay. Oh, well, let's I guess I wouldn't have any reason to recall knowledge. I wouldn't know what would do something like this. So I will remain ignorant, but if anyone else wants to recall knowledge about what might do this kind of thing, this behavior, probably should. Anyway,
Yeah, like what large
I'll start.
beasts
I'll
are
start.
there?
I'll start clopping off on the hooves.
Colo, it doesn't seem to be your area of expertise. Halish, it's tough. It almost feels as though there's large-sized, like, minotaurs coming in, breaking it down, like, cutting open the area, and then getting in there, eating, and then leaving, right? But having something that's able to pierce like that is very rare in the natural world. What would you like to know about this creature? Something about its statistics or whatnot.
I'm thinking types. What do you guys think?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Or I was thinking maybe senses, so like maybe we know how to like sneak up on them.
I don't think any of us are going to be sneaking, or unless you're really good at it.
I'm okay. I'll be better later.
Maybe if I
Um,
follow the expert, I would be good at sneaking.
Let's. I think we go types that way we can kind of get in a vague idea of the shape that we're looking for.
Yeah, and what it is, like,
If it's undead, then I might.
yeah, if it's a
that's way
beast or an
perception.
I'm
undead.
guessing
or...
some kind of onceg at like similar dealio. That's my guess, but
If you want to confirm that in,
Yes.
despite the signs, despite the piercing like motion that's able to just get through the metal, you are confident they are animals.
Oh,
Just straight
this
up
is a really
animals.
big animal. Really big
Yeah.
ones.
Okay.
vampire minotaurs.
I think a minotaur is an animal.
Join me.
Not a beast, not undead.
I think I am beast. I am beast.
Actually, maybe more big cows?
Amashkutas.
Oh, if
I
they
think a
are, we
baby.
should capture one.
They have slashing, though, right?
It's
So,
slashing.
More piercing
like
than
claws.
slashing.
oh, piercing. Okay. Yeah, it could be like a bull then.
Like a big scorpion monster.
Or
If
scorpion.
it is a
yeah.
big cow, Sifkek wanted one.
Minotaurs? Not minotaurs. Why am I stuck on minotaurs?
Yeah. Can we
Metaor.
recall knowledge on local wildlife?
Yeah, but you're not
So-
great at it. Hard to say if they come from the plains. If they came from the north, they'd be something more Manascard, something from the Alkenstar region.
Goodness, mutated.
But they come from the south, which means they're likely from the more natural habitats of this area just beyond the Mwangi Mountains. You can't be certain, but you get the feeling that it is something that patrols the mountains.
Scyther.
Manticore? Beast?
That's what I was thinking.
Or is that like a mush? That might be an abomination.
Wouldn't a manticore leave behind quills?
True.
For you, Grimnir, you're following the trails,
Come here,
correct?
maybe.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
They have 3-toed feet. Like,
Okay. Like a bird.
yeah.
Maybe.
Or a frog, right?
Frog.
Well, the frog, yep.
Frog with a big knife.
Do you
Frog
guys
with a big
follow it?
piercing- A unicorn frog.
Do you guys follow
Yeah.
the trail?
Yeah, I'm assuming with the consent of the party, Phaedrith and
Yeah.
Kaz are tagging along.
Yeah, I mean, we're actually getting paid for this one, so
Yeah, that feels different.
it does feel different.
Moving into the mountainous regions, the air becomes clearer. The funk of death leaves your noses.
Instead, there is just the climate that is grotesque. There is a smog that persists over Gaddon. There's no sun that reaches down. Instead, there is just the lower light that reaches you. Beyond that, however, as you move in, you have to wind and follow these mountain passages. By mountains, I more mean like smaller canyons and plains and hills and rocks. And you start seeing foliage. Loose rocks. You start stepping on grass rather than mostly dirt and dead grass.
I step in that for a little bit.
Yeah.
Enjoy that.
Eventually, when you
Touch the
realize you might be making your way up into their nest, is Grimnir, when the movement of the tracks trails off in two separate directions in a crossroads, and you see a spiraling mountain, this hill, if you will, made out of rock that has a spiralized method upwards, and you can see a pile of gore pouring over the side of it, dripping onto the bottom layers of it.
Grimnir points. There.
Oh,
Outskirts.
maybe it's like a burrowing creature.
Oh.
In which case, then maybe
Like it's like the blood's like running down the side here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think this is time for another recall knowledge.
There's a couple of caves and such.
As you look, yes, there is another cave. Halish, you kind of see the gore up there, right? That seems to be the meat from the Tower of Cleansing.
Why would they just leave it out there?
Give me a perception.
Eat it?
A seek. This is also a good time to have exploration activities.
True.
Forgot about those.
We could also, if we could find out if they're like nocturnal or they move during the day. Was that diurnal? We could like decide when to come out here and like maybe get them.
How detect magic?
I always forget the difference between search and scout.
Guess I'm tracking right now, right?
Scout helps with initiative. Search helps with actually seeing things.
I'll be doing search because I have a high perception.
Okay.
I'll scout then. I'll just be since we've come this far, we tracked them that we know we're probably might get into some danger here. Then I'll be on the lookout for danger, so I will scout. Unless I think Cass likes doing that too. So when they decide to,
We'll see. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could also sneak.
As you begin to move up,
Had to have
Halish,
noticed it.
you don't see anything, but you hear something. Something on the top of this hill. You can hear clomping down, cracking of bones and flesh.
There's something eating up there.
It is loud enough to cover your approach to an extent. You're like
We can probably
whispering, but
get a little bit closer. if we're
nothing
quiet,
beyond that.
But we can't get too close without it noticing.
I see. There's also caves around here. That might make their homes there. There might be more.
We'll definitely have to delve.
There's
those.
definitely a handful of them for sure. Whatever they are. Just be careful. Not get flanked. I can approach.
For your expertise, I would just follow you guys.
Do you guys want a cliffhanger, or do you want to end here so
Yeah.
you don't die?
Yeah, definitely. I was definitely like, let's step forward, get a
for it.
cliffhanger. Where do I want to step? Well, that's a pretty big map.
Yeah.
There's like a mammoth skull there. Whoa. Sure. You kind of shamble along, Halish.
Yeah, my speed's still slower than yours.
Okay. Grimnir, for once, instead of being in civilization, you feel, in a word, small. You know? You don't feel
Yeah, I'm not cramped.
Every tunnelway, if these creatures are large, they probably
Hell
move like you do through these areas.
I don't have to worry about architecture that's too small for me.
Mm-hmm.
They're so inconsiderate. Nature is never inconsiderate.
Mm-hmm.
Its creations. Ooh, a river. That's some fresh water. Yeah, that'd be really nice to drink.
Mm-hmm. As you look forward, you can see a stream running through, a babbling brook with rocks running in. And you can't
We could
help but
read
notice
Aqueduct.
I see a skeleton.
this thin red line of blood running down the center of it, downwards this way. Very thin.
Oh, on the other stream. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. This one's clean down here.
Oh, nice. So is the river going that way or?
This river goes this way.
Okay.
This river goes this way.
Okay.
Really join it, probably.
All right. I look back at Cole, make sure he's not run off. Okay.
Well, just keep it a safe distance.
Okay. So how long are these inclines here? Like how
So 10 feet.
how
10
10
feet.
feet, 10 feet.
Yep.
So 30 feet max.
Yeah.
10, 20, 30.
Grimnir, you should also spy with your big eyes across the ways more gore piling off of a big rock.
Oh, I see it. Okay. These things probably fly then. If they probably fly and then they go to a top place and then they eat their stuff and then sleep underground. Do we want to check out this cave?
So if we go that way, they might see us.
Right, but if they fly, we could hide in the cave.
What if they're invisible?
What if they are invisible?
Then I'll turn invisible and let you.
But I will turn invisible and leave.
Okay.
There's another cave down there too. The south. Oh,
Oh,
there's
it's
Cass. Oh gosh, yeah, that's the token appeared. All right, let's just do a little peeky in this cave.
Okay. Do you want to roll me a void notice, or are you willing to just like peer in there?
Oh yeah, I mean I'll try and be sneaky about it if I can. I guess, but I think I need to be doing a void notice as a skill, right, or the expression.
You can roll like actively to be doing
Okay.
a sneak.
Yeah. So as I approach the mouth of that cave, yeah, I will try and be sneaky. Here's a blind check.
And I
For
get
you.
1, 2.
As you both move,
We'll draw my weapon though, just in case.
neither of you are particularly stealthy.
Okay.
And by that, I mean, it seems as though while there is a cover of the sounds of like meat being crunched, it doesn't feel as though you are well hidden against nature itself. If you have a hero point to reroll, I would recommend it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Grimnir, you would see these massive bundles of feathers, whites, blues, in the distance. These massive bundles of feathers that are kneeling down and are covered in gore splatters. You see the face of a ghoul and a farmer, all the same, as this massive bird rears its head back, sticks its beak near the base of its cranium, and just explodes it with one fell swoop, and then begins to eat the innards. As this happens, and you see this massive, grotesque display, a second one inside the cave continues to eat. They seem to be in a pair. However, your quietness is enough for you to hear the sound of a toom, toom, as a bone falls and
Ahead.
scrapes down here. And you would see this creature move to the edge as it kneels over the side
Oh.
to get a look for its dropped bone. It is a massive avian with a beak big enough to splinter your rib cage and a spiked horn on the end of it to run you through.
Mm.
It was a good time for invisibility.
Oh, this one. Oh, they're right in front of me.
They are deeper in the cave, but you get the
Okay,
drill.
but I see them. Okay.
And as you take a look at them, I think that's a good opportunity to come back next week. As whenever you hear it let out a way in the distance, another one responds
Oh no.
as it comes to the edge of its rock.
Uh-oh.
And that's we'll come back next week.
At least they're not invisible.
That's good.
Not invisible.
They're
We can see them.
fucking big, as you can see.
Very and they have a taste for human flesh.
One
It's,
flash.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know if they're like wings or
If they can fly.
yeah, it's like I'm sure they can fly or they can glide at the very least.
I don't know if
Maybe
they
they're
can
like an
fly.
ostrich.
I feel like chocobos. Yeah.
Yeah, they can like
Friendly.
jump but not fly.
Oh yeah, they're so friendly.
If we had a beast tamer character.
Yeah, this map is huge. It'll get used. I'm pretty excited.
Yes, yes, as we run away.
Thank you guys for playing. I know that we had a little less people than usual. I'm happy we had like an RP session. I hope you guys are getting a bit more comfortable with the characters and what's happened afterwards.
Yeah, we got far.
And I'm really happy with how it went. And we can keep everybody appraised for what's happened. And I'll definitely see you guys next week. I might be probably missing for the first because I'll be driving across the country, like moving. So next session will probably be a session. It's still up in the air if we're moving on that day. So that's why I haven't announced officially that I was going to be MIA yet. Okay. Because we just don't know yet.
Okay.
But thank you guys so much for playing. I will see you guys next week. I'm going to end up the stream. Say bye, stream.
Nice.